Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope everybody's having a good evening. Crap. I forgot to put my Facebook live. That's the thing about my Facebook too. I have to go into my privacy and put it as public.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. See, now it popped up. Yo, Daniel Barry, what's going on? Happy Sunday.
So the show's taking a little twist. We couldn't get any guests for our Sunday night production this week, so we're just gonna wing it.
Right. We're going
Chris
to talk
and I,
about. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say we're going to talk about some stuff that's going around in our country. Actually, just going around.
Yeah. So as many of you know, we're being hit with a lot of wildfires out in Saskatchewan, Manitoba, BC. A lot are popping up in North and South Dakota, Montana. A lot of evacuees. They're coming into Regina by the busloads. There's an emergency meeting with the hotels in Regina. The Meridian Inns and Suites are taking in evacuees today and onward. We're set to take on, I think we're accepting
Hey, Scott.
close to 100 evacuees in our hotel.
Shit.
There's a lot going on up here in northern Saskatchewan. Freedom. But it's scary. People losing their houses, losing their livestock, their prized possessions, and in the worst case, their lives. And there's not a lot of water bombers dropping water because they're saying there's too many drones in the sky, all these YouTubers and such wanting to get pics of it. And I don't know, I kind of see that as a farce, an excuse.
It probably is an excuse.
Yeah. You know, a lot of these fires are man-made or sparked by man. I've been hearing stories about how some people up in the north, they start the fire so they can get back to work. That's even sadder if you think of it that way, if it is true.
Well, I know there was a couple planned not wildfires. There was supposed to be a couple planned fires from the government. Like they do a burn or whatever it is there.
Yeah. That's usually by the farmers themselves.
No, the government does it too. It's a controlled burn that does it too. So I know there was a couple planned up here, but I'm not sure if that's the cause of it because I wouldn't doubt it at all.
Makes me wonder if they're using the fuel they stole from us in Convoy.
No, it's that. Oh, never mind. I'm not going to say it. It's one of those beams.
Oh, yeah. I've seen videos of that.
Right? It's got to be. Or it's going to be like in BC last year where they're just freaking man made.
Yeah.
Because, well, was it in BC? Sorry. Or was it in Saskatchewan? The man made ones. It
Well,
was in Alberta?
yeah, Alberta was hit bad. Jasper, that was really bad. It wiped out most of the city.
Really?
Mhm. We got I think there's 5 to 7 reservations up north that are under evacuation order or like being prepared for.
See, they're pushing the people into our downs,
Mhm.
into the cities, man. Sounds good, Scott. You can up. You can come up. You know, you're more than welcome. It's your channel also. So if you want to come up and chat, I'm just sharing the shit out over our live right now. So hopefully more people can join us on our Facebook. We will see. We will see. We will see. Okay, fuck it. There we go. Share the fucking couple places. I can hear the dog walking upstairs. Once,
That Kai,
yeah.
yeah.
Kyra, Kyra will be one of the other.
Well, Kai's a lot bigger now.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But so yeah. Also, if anybody else wants to come on and chat, it's been what 7 minutes. Well, we were looking for some women to come up and chat with us. Mr. Greentham says, "I was wondering. This is the pulse of Canada. The pulse is not existing anymore. Some things had to be done. Has to be done. What do you think needs to be done there, or how can we do it?"
Yeah, because some of these questions we got are pretty tough to answer because I feel that our Canadian integrity is being dissolved rapidly. You know, you don't get those acts of kindness by random strangers much anymore. Everybody's scared of everybody else. You know, the news is a big factor in that.
Right. It has been a big factor in that. Like the news, like even the mainstream media, it's always been an issue.
Oh, yeah. But they're pushing this narrative even harder and harder, right?
Well, now that they're less paid by the government, let's put it that way, they can push out more narratives,
Yep.
right? So they're like they can be like we are conspiracy theories. Okay. Conspiracy theorists,
I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'm a truth seeker.
same shit, different pile, I guess.
Conspiracy theory was a term that CIA brought up around Kennedy's death, assassination. So any
Really?
naysayers they can deem crazy and conspiracy theorists, and if you get too wild, they'll throw you in a loony bin and lock away the key. Like a certain gentleman I know in our movement. I'd like to have him on the show one day. Kirk Reese proved me wrong.
Well, I messaged a couple of them and they haven't answered. So
I had a good 3-hour conversation with Kirk Reese a few months back, and
well, that's
I was touched, man. Like, just wow, his story is off the charts. Dave Marker, another freedom fighter that's standing his ground, doing everything he can. He likes to write his letters and ship letters off to different people in high powers of politics, demanding Canada back.
hmm.
We have an emergency town hall meeting here tomorrow night with Rebel News. thinking about doing a live at that. I'm not too sure what it's about, what their ambition is or their goals. I hope there's a big turnout because I don't know too many like-minded people in the city. And the ones that I do know, I talk to every day, and it doesn't seem like, we share information, we have chats, we have dinners, we have meetings, blah blah blah. But like, there's not enough of us, right? And to see
Just
the
yeah.
outcome, yeah, to see the outcome of this event, I hope it's something good. I hope they have ideas. I hope they have plans because that's what we're struggling with right now. Planning. Like everything's hitting us all at once. It's like every time I wake up, it's like, oh shit, 100 things happened while I was sleeping. And I got to research 100 things, but I'm like losing track of what's now in my life, in my time, in my area, you know. Um, and I understand each person is an individual in their own province, and they have their own things. Like, and this coming together, we need to start doing that more often. The Wellington Street regulars, and they're on it. Sarah Bruno, she's having freedom picnics, freedom barbecues, stuff like that, getting people together, sharing stories, concerns, and trying to work on plans. Like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do when the power goes off for 10 days, 20 days? What are we going to do when the banks shut down? No one has the answers to that. Everybody thinks, oh, I'm Survivor, I'm MacGyver. The fact is, it's fucking scary, man.
Mm-hmm. Everything's fucking scary nowadays.
Yeah.
Like you said, you don't know what you're fucking walking into.
Mhm.
I was reading, like I said, I was just reading up on the wildfires. There's actually 17 wildfires burning in Saskatchewan,
Yeah.
and
And
eight of them.
the big one in Flint, Manitoba, that was two forest fires merged together. It's over 29,000 hectares now.
Holy fuck, dude!
Mhm.
Wow, that's insane.
And they're only getting
Those
bigger.
are
Like, we are
while there's
so dry.
Saskatchewan and Manitoba that are under evacuation.
Yep.
I mean, it's just state of emergency. Sorry, for the next month. Well,
And we have
well,
no
they're not
rain in the forecast for at least 2 weeks.
really.
Mhm.
Fuck. Where is there a lot of smoke in your area?
On the weekend, from Friday till about Sunday afternoon, it was really bad. I had Lois Todd. She was up in Regina Beach. She couldn't even see across the lake.
Fuck.
I was
That's
downtown working on the seventh floor of the Ramada, and I looked out the window. I couldn't see, like, I could probably see maybe a kilometer.
wow.
Yes, I am live, Lois. I don't want to get off here to answer you, though.
Who's that?
Lois Todd, she's one of the freedom fighters out here in Regina. Is the one I was just talking about. She couldn't see across the lake.
Lois Lob or Todd?
Lois
Lob?
Todd, yeah.
Hey, Lobb?
Todd.
T-O. Okay, Lois Todd. Okay, Todd.
Yeah, and then Des Red had to come in to the city in Regina to get steroids because she has migraines and trouble breathing. Well, not troubles breathing, but respiratory issues. Blah blah blah. And that. Yeah, like, man, it hit me like a ton of bricks, dude. I'm just working away, working away. It was a nice, clear, sunny day, and then all of a sudden, like, it smells like something's burning. I'm looking in every room, like, what the fuck's on fire? I look out the window. Oh my goodness! And it finally cleared up Sunday afternoon. We got some good western winds, so
Well, that's why, depending on where the wind comes from, I guess that's where you're gonna
yeah.
get more smoke. Yeah, that's true. He wants to come on. Drivetrain time for friends. But, yeah, I told Lois we were live.
Okay, cool. Maybe I should give you my Facebook information next week so you can log me in onto my groups.
Could do that too, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, once it's logged in, you're logged in. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, the temperature's been nice out here. Heard it was a little chilly out east today.
It's
Yeah,
been
the warning.
it's been cold all fucking time, all the time.
Really?
Hmm.
Jeez.
It's been cold for the last like week and a half now. It's not like super cold, but it's like at night it drops down to 4, 5. Yeah, and the days are like 10 to maybe 17 degrees.
Wow. We've been average. Well, we got a little chilly there a couple weeks back. It was like 7s and 11s.
There
Yeah,
you
low tide's on, right on. Good to see you, girl.
go. You're welcome.
Yeah,
Now
I was
you can
telling
join the
Chris about
conversation.
the smoke. You couldn't see
Uh,
across the lake, Lois.
but Lois, if you want to come on and speak, you're more than welcome to also come and up and speak.
We were just talking about random stuff today.
Yeah. Now we're just talking about random things. Not chilly day today. Right? It is fucking chilly today.
It wasn't chilly. It was nice. We were up to 24 today. I was out, my windows down, and my wife beat. Chris is in his sweater with his windows up in the heat.
Right? I'm always like that. Fuck. It's
Yeah.
cold out here, man. Fuck. I was wondering, this is the pulse of Canada. No, we already did that one.
No, it's going to be continued next week when we have a couple guests on the show.
Dot, dot, dot. No, I'm good. No worries. No
Baby
worries.
steps, Lois. Baby steps.
Oh, and anybody that wants, like I said, you don't need to pop on your face there. You don't. You can just come on and chat.
Yeah.
Your mic,
Just your voice.
yeah, just your voice is fine with us too. It's just to have a conversation, right? So anybody that does want to come on, don't be afraid. You don't need to have your camera on. We just prefer it just to see who we're talking to at first, and then you can like X your cam and log off your cam and just have your voice. Because we have some weird things happening on live sometimes, especially when it felt like it hailed somewhere. Felt like it hailed, probably hailed somewhere.
Oh, I seen Austin, Texas the other day. Man, that was a wild storm that ripped through there.
Really? Eh?
Oh yeah. I'm all about weather phenomenon and stuff like that. And it's just seeing that it's getting worse and worse year to year is very concerning.
Just curious about the meeting tomorrow.
Yeah,
That's what
I'm
you.
going, Lois. I'm gonna go. It's at 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Turvey Center. You got to get your ticket online, $5. I'm curious too. I know the movement's divided with Rebel News. Some of them hate them, some of them love them. Um, it's an emergency town hall meeting. It's the first one that I've heard of through them, and it's happening here in Regina. So I kind of feel the need to go and at least listen. And it's only $5. What's $5?
Right.
It's not Wednesday. I can't get a walker yet. So
So, John, you're gonna grow wings? You
I don't drink
gonna?
Red Bull. Sorry.
That's good.
Definitely not Monster. Yeah, I'm on the fence too, Lois. Some of the things that have transpired with that Ezra guy. Just yeah, I don't know. But to me, like I say every show, each and every one of us is a little tiny piece to a puzzle. And once we all can get together in the little pieces all together, we can see that big picture. And we can't do it with divide. We can't do it with separation, segregation, and being solitude. It's just not. It's not the way we work things out.
Right.
It's got to be a
Cool,
joint
cool.
effort or no effort at all.
So okay, here's Scott, and here's
Yo,
Mr. Greentham. Yo, Scott, what's
Good
going
day, good
on?
day.
fuck all.
Hey, what are you guys up to?
Can you hear me?
Yep,
Yep.
we can hear you.
Oh fuck! Why can't you not see me? My camera's all fucked up.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you,
Oh,
Mr. Greentham.
Okay.
oh, there we go.
There we go.
Okay, let's.
Hello.
Oh,
What's up with Mr. Lovejoy next to me there? All raunchy. Puff puff pass, motherfucker. I'm
Oh,
smoking too. Hey Scott.
Where are you from, Scott?
well, you've been to my house before, man.
I don't have my glasses. I can't see you.
here,
Yeah,
here.
well, I
Let me
wasn't
enlarge
buried.
it. Here,
I
here.
wasn't buried, but now I'm in Aurelia.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure that was you that came and see me with Chris. Remember
Probably.
Chris? I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you brought him over, and you guys all. It was you, the girl, the kid, him, and then you guys came to see me, Coda B, and yeah, my place in Barrie.
Okay.
It's about like
Maybe.
almost a year ago, actually.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
about that.
when I was living with you, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Aurelia. Fuck, you guys got hammered with snow this winter.
Well, this place is like it's bad to live over here, man. Like, we get the worst of the weather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know I was in Bracebridge last summer roofing, and man, those storms that ripped through there. Wow. Like, yeah, that's what I don't know, man. I'm big on the meteorologist side of this, and seeing that they call themselves the Weather Network and Climate Change Center, it's like, what the frick, dude? Like, why are they pushing this so bad? Like, the water levels haven't risen in over 1,000 years. And if they were rising, why are all the famous rich people buying up freaking lakeside, oceanside properties? Like, they keep saying it's rising. Well, why are you living there?
Yeah, it's like they say Florida is gonna be flooded with water, but it hasn't been, right?
Yeah.
But it's all about money, right? It's all a scam, and I know it's like the WEF, right? The animal scam too. Like it's been happening for like since we've been born.
Yep.
That's how these corporations do, right? So, now they're saying that our Antarctica is like melting at severe rate.
It's
Where
always been melting.
what I understand is because even these corporations need it to melt because the more it thaws, they can go dig more. They get more minerals. They get gold. They get diamonds. Because right
The
now when
one,
it's frozen, when it's frozen, they don't get much. It's
yeah,
harder to get
but
dig.
the one of the thing that they're not telling the people, there's a reason why no one is allowed to go up there.
That's probably
The,
the reason why, because
the
the
massive
money.
army, the massive army base making Bitcoin requires a lot of cool.
Mineral,
And
and
well, creating Bitcoin creates a lot of heat,
Yeah.
like with the computer and all that stuff. The best place on earth to make it is Antarctica. Meanwhile, they're complaining that they need more cold, but they're creating the problem. That's what I mean. The To a certain point, they're creating the problem where they're asking us to reduce so they can do more. And I
Asking us
still
to reduce so they can produce.
and I still don't understand why population like are acting like sheep. It's all our fault. We're letting them do
do you
it.
guys remember? You remember the Bitcoin? You remember the game, the Bitcoin game,
Yep.
where
Yep.
where the guy was sitting in the and on a chair, and there was a computer, and then you had to keep banging it, banging it, and banging it, and then you're just mining away, getting
Yep.
coins.
Yep. And why do you
Exactly.
think in the last 3 years they're trying to keep everyone online? Go figure why. But that's creating heat. Everybody's computer being turned on, it's using more power, more electricity, more everything. So if really that's not what they want, they really want that, or eliminate all the cell phone and all the computer out of the planet. Problem solved for the
Yeah,
next 20 years.
you probably have less fires too.
Yep. Oh yeah. But they
Uh,
don't want to fix the problem because they created the problem. So they can come in and say, "Oh, we're your savior. Here's few laws that we need to put." Meanwhile, it's all bullshit. It's always
So,
been.
so Chris's area of residence there, the city or whatever
Yep.
the district is placing, they're saying that they're doing a planned power outage
Yep.
to redo the grid.
Yeah,
I
to
seen
upgrade the main
that,
grid.
that's part of the agenda 30
Yep.
2030.
Yep.
Really?
It's in the
It's
papers
everywhere.
there.
Look,
Yeah.
this summer, my neighborhood is going through it. I received a pamphlet last year to let me know that this summer, the
Yeah,
whole
well,
back of the neighborhood, the whole grid has to be redone.
we're
And
doing it tonight from 11 o'clock
yeah,
tonight till 4 o'clock in the morning.
but you have to find out why today.
Yeah.
Because remember the solar flare 2 days ago? Well, it's supposed to hit and been
Tonight.
hitting.
They said
So
Well,
it
it's
tonight.
like,
They said Sunday at night.
yeah,
well,
Yeah,
they knew when it was going to hit.
but it hasn't hit.
well. So this
But
is
it's not
what
going to hit. It's
this
just
is what my
fear mongering.
conspiracy is right now. I
Well,
know
no,
that
no. The flare
there's
itself did hit. It
no,
didn't cause what they say it was going to cause, but it did hit. Like it's hitting still now. Like a flare don't fucking phase out that way. Meanwhile, there's a lots of I'm pretty sure they call it plasma or radiation or whatever that's been transmitted, but it's not enough. Like they're using that to claim that they have the right over us to shut down certain region without even asking permission to the people. They used to ask permit. They used to ask people, "Hey, look, are you okay if we shut it down?" Now they're not even doing it. They're saying, "Oh no, it's for the greater good," but it's their greater good,
It's
not
their
ours.
good, yeah.
That's what I mean. The like I understand the whole thing with the flare and all that. It's like they've been using that into claiming, "Oh, but we have the right because this is happening, so we have to change certain things."
Well,
And it's
what if these solar flares are not even real and they're just using it story time like
possible.
television?
It's possible. For me
Yeah.
personally, I think they caused the solar flare to happen. They
Yeah,
did
because they do their
something.
testing, military
Yep.
testing.
Yep.
I'm gonna throw it out there. I'm a flat earther. I don't believe in any of that fucking bullshit. Sorry,
You're allowed. I
but
ain't
That's
gonna
it.
hold it against you. We sure gonna have
I
interesting
looked
debate.
into it. I went both sides. I'm still in the middle, right? I don't
Hey,
know.
I'm
I'm
the
me too.
only
Yeah,
one
open-minded, right?
the
I'm
So
only
open
one
minded. True. Yeah,
truly that has a clue about it are the astronaut that went in space.
and
None
they
of
never
us
went in
went there.
space.
if they
no,
go
I
into
think
space,
that's all bullshit for sure. Because when you
It
see all these
might be.
corporations and anything that's been on TV
Yep.
since I've been born into this world, I'm so iffy about it now. Going
Oh,
like, wait a second.
I don't believe we went to the
It's like
moon.
it's
I
a
do
trick,
believe that
man.
we went in space. Like
Oh
in
yeah,
orbit. I
yeah.
do think that the like the space station is there, but then technically they're the only guy on the whole planet that can talk about it, and they're swear to secrecy. They can't fucking say
yep.
a word. So
Well,
there's
have you
something.
seen have you seen the videos? Have you seen the videos of people asking pilots if the Earth's flat?
Oh fuck yeah.
And every single one of them says, "Yep, damn straight."
Yep.
We have when I used to go to events down south here at Jody's, we have a pilot that that is that his wife comes to the event, and so he used to come. His name is Serge, and we used to ask him these questions. And Earth is flat, man.
Nope.
There's no curvature in yours.
But that's the thing. It's no one has the proof but the one that goes up there,
Mm-hmm.
and
But
they
then
won't talk
again,
about it.
but,
So
but then we
we're
can
back
be
at the
locked
same
into a
square.
box though.
Mm.
Like
It's the same thing. It's the same thing about discussing about if there's a god or not a god. Like there's no proof on either side. It's like okay,
Well,
well,
yeah.
Well,
And
there's
that's
many proof on both sides. That's the problem.
and that's why I say if we can prove that the Earth is flat in a firmament, then God is real. Period. So if we can,
Well,
if we
it
prove God is
depends.
real,
It,
then
it
we know that we
depends.
live in a firmament.
It is in a way is they say God is real. Yeah, but what's the name of the gods? If it
Yeah,
ain't up to
yeah,
if it ain't up to be raw, well, this is not the God that people are worshiping. That's what I mean. There's many different version of it through the centuries, and it's like that's the one topic that no one ever agreed on.
One thing that makes a lot of sense, I talked to
Yeah.
Chris about it earlier this week, is
Oh yeah,
God's real name is Yahweh.
it makes sense, but so has the other side too. The other side has proof that nothing is there. It's like okay, well, until we're able
Yeah.
to go to space, we're not gonna know. Hey,
The
Chris.
fuck are you guys talking about?
Oh, we're
What?
having fun. We're having fun talking about people that notice things and
Just shit
letting them
talk
know.
today.
But have you guys heard the theory that like the world's still like bigger than it is than we think it is, but
Oh
then
yeah,
we're all in
Sure, it
trap.
is.
We're like trapped in like a square box because of the
this is
ice
incredible.
balls around us.
Probably the like I
So
say.
if we melt all those ice walls down as it's supposedly happening right now, hopefully that we
Oh, then
can
we're gonna be
escape
flooded.
this reality.
Oh, I think if everything melts, we're just gonna be flooded. Everything's gonna go up like a meter or something like that on water. But I'm not sure either. Like I say,
So,
it's stuff that I'm never gonna have a firm answer.
No, exactly.
And
Mhm.
even if I be like even an astronaut, they might not even fucking be able to see what we're talking about.
The
That's what I mean. It's like, okay,
Matrix.
well, they might know
Oh,
something more, but they might still fucking have questions because they can't get answer either. And it's like, okay, well, now is the trip to the moon made in Hollywood? Oh, I'm pretty fucking definite on 99%. 99.999 on
they,
that one.
they try to pull that off. They did it. They did it with the actors. Remember all the woman that supposedly went
Hey,
just a couple months ago.
I watched all the old movie. There's no way they can describe how the end of
They
the
tried to
earth
do it again, man. Like
in the movie
when people are dumb enough to
2012.
believe it too.
Yep, in the
Yeah,
movie 2012, they were trying to show how the end of the earth is happening, and it's like yeah. But there's only one way to know it's gonna happen that way because they saw it. Well, if
yeah.
they saw it, okay, well, we're kind of in a bad game in a way.
And that's the thing with
Earlier, you guys
Hollywood.
were talking about what to do at the beginning. You were talking about it's a scary place to be, yes, but preparing is the that's why I put in the chat the tribe and train because at this point you have to find your group of friends and you have to start prepping because it's not when
Whoa,
it will happen.
that is freaking wild! What I just seen, dude.
oh,
Okay,
The
what did you
wind
say?
just came and it hit this one tree, just one tree out of all the trees around me, and just a plume of freaking pollen came down.
Okay,
nice.
Like it looked like the whole tree was falling over. That's how much pollen came out of that tree in one shot.
Huh.
I thought like something was on fire, man. It was like, jeez, I got to evacuate.
and the to answer Lewis in the chat, I don't know about Trump taking over Canada. Like I stopped worrying about politics a while ago
Yeah,
because I
it's a part of the
like
trap, right?
the solution is not in politics. The solution is us becoming independent. That we don't need politician anymore, and they're
Yeah.
scared of that. And to me, there's nothing. Well, lots of people say we're not a lot of people, but I don't believe that. I never believed that. If one guy can lay down on front of a tank and stop that fucking thing to go forward,
Tiananmen Square.
how many do we have? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get better and then all that, but are we gonna prove our point in a way? Yeah, well, that's what it did. Like, we have to stop being afraid of catching a beating, and it's like, well, we're men, right? It's our fucking job to stand up and take it to protect
Yeah.
the woman and kids. It's always
Hmm.
been like that. Think what your grandparents would have done in this situation. He'd be
Oh,
he'd be screaming at all of us. We all know
Yeah.
Yeah,
it.
I know.
Our grandparents would kick our ass right now, telling us, "Hey, look, stop, just do something." And it's like,
oh
yeah,
no, my grandparents were liberals, so they'd just be like, "Shut up and watch the news."
yeah,
Yeah, mine same thing. They're psychologically damaged, man. Like
yeah.
they're bad. They're like, oh my god. My
Everybody is
grandma
damaged at
is
this point.
just, she's a residential school survivor, and she's bad with money, and she's just
Yeah,
the indoctrination has damaged the
yeah.
people, man, and especially
Oh
the
yeah.
elders.
I I
And
talked to so many native in the last 2 months, and I'm telling you, they don't like what I have to say. But I'm part native. I'm like, hey, look, I have the right to say it, right? To a
oh yeah,
certain level, we have to let go. Like, to me, I
Hero.
don't see like the reparation stuff and all that. I'm like, hey, look, they're going into a subject where most people in Canada don't have a clue what they're talking about.
All I
And
see with the
the
natives
reason
is that
we're
all I see
finding
with the
out,
natives is they keep getting handed a whole
yep,
shit ton of money for things that have happened to their culture, their land, this and that. The cows and plows, great example. And I think, yeah, hey man, keep giving the natives freaking 40 grand every once in a while and let them weed themselves out
but
because
but
they're not from the greatest
they
places.
give they give the natives money just because it keeps the system going. You
mhm,
see what they did with
exactly.
2020?
Yep.
So
Oh yeah.
the
Look,
the rulers of the world right now through this AI system are really generating that to control society. If they didn't do that right now, then things would be fucking probably haywire, and probably a real change probably would happen by now.
uh,
But they keep dishing out money now. They're trying to turn it into a computer because where they can
oh yeah,
create it, and only the owners can do that. Right?
Yeah.
That's the greed and power that these people that we don't know that we need to find out that are controlling our world right now, and they don't
I
come with
still
names
think,
or addresses either. Yeah, so
yeah,
it's
I still think that Polyev would have gone a different path, yes, but on that line, still, it's like he's still like all of them, every single one of them at the beginning of the fake pandemic.
Mhm.
That's what they did. They all signed up a treaty. All their names are on it. They're all
yeah,
guilty of
yeah.
sedition, as far as I know. So every single one of them should like, I don't even think they should even go to jail at this point. It's like, no, 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 no. It's crime against humanity, and we have the proof.
Oh
Look
man,
at how many people died. That's the
Hmm.
proof. And they're like, oh no, no, you caused it, and you made it happen,
17,
and then you
17
came out with it.
million people.
Yeah,
17 million people have been directly and um,
exactly.
that's
That's what I mean.
genocide.
And they're using everything in the book right now to distract us,
Oh
to
man,
become sovereign
the
ourselves,
newest
saying no.
Android update, like yo,
Yep.
the newest update f's my phone up, man, and now they're driving me nuts.
Oh,
They
mhm.
shadow ban me on every platform.
I know, I know.
It's worse than when it was 2020.
That's the reason why I
I
don't
can't
use
even
my
reach
cell
out to
phone to go
people no more,
online.
especially the people
Yeah,
I grew up with. I can't even contact them. They're like, yeah, I don't see your posts. I don't see anything what you're doing. I'm like,
mhm.
what the fuck are you talking about?
Yep.
Like,
Love
so,
Facebook. It's all a bunch of drama anyway.
That's the reason
Fuck
why
Hey,
I don't
Sarah.
connect my phone to
Hey, what's
anything.
up?
Not miss
Hey,
you.
girl,
Yeah,
go ahead. You have the
come
floor.
here.
Yeah.
Tell
I,
mama
I, I like
I got
I
my
like your iPhone in the back there, Scott.
my what?
Your big iPhone in the background.
I have an
Megan,
iPhone. Oh no,
Megan,
that's
It's a
oh,
speaker. I know
picture.
it's a speaker, yeah, but it looks like a big
skull
iPhone.
candy.
I keep getting skull candy in that
Skull
damn thing.
candy one. It's portable. I can run around, yell through it, fucking hit a protest, drive people nuts with that thing.
Nice.
nice.
But
Give us the
yeah,
honk honk.
So, Chris, did you get any reply from the ladies this week, or
What
none?
Just
ladies?
too busy.
No,
Too busy.
too busy.
Too busy.
Dude,
Yep, right.
Ah,
I was pretty mad when I got my drink.
Yep,
And then
man, they should have gone up last week then.
they put fucking
yep.
milk in it.
That's what I was saying. People are too busy, I guess, but that's okay.
Well,
Hey,
yeah,
that's
oh,
how
I,
they work.
I get it. I get it. The Can't
Oh,
complain
It's
about
the
it.
psychological programming that's happening today, man.
But
Oh,
yeah, no, the
Find
yeah,
one of his friends.
like
the,
you got like the orchard farm is like a distraction right now.
yeah,
that's
right.
one of the distraction. The other
It's
one is
literally it's
every.
literally off topic. Like I get it, but like again, they're slaughtering animals worldwide right now, even the human race.
Oh yeah,
Oh, like the ostrich, right?
Yeah,
that's the
I
They
love
thing
the
is
birds and
kill
all,
them.
but
the
But they
ostrich are
don't
really
die.
important, but to me, it's like all this is gonna happen all across Canada.
who believes their eggs are gonna save the human race? Like, come on, man. Like,
Well, no, they've been doing studies, and if they when they get infected, they study the eggs, and then they from what I hear, I'm not fully knowledgeable, but the embryos in the eggs have antibodies that can attack the coronavirus and the H5N1 and all that crap.
Mhm.
So they are trying to take out the ostriches, and they're doing it worldwide. They're taking it out everywhere. You're just not hearing about it because mainstream
yep,
media is not focused on it. Now, the
yeah,
people out there at the ostrich
I
farm
heard about
are
that.
making a
Yeah.
stand against it
What's that?
because it is of importance.
That's what
Right.
So
they
But a
Robert
question.
F. Kennedy, he contacted the ostrich farm when he found out that that Carney's trying to cull them. And he's got a billionaire down in Florida with 900 acres that's willing to take the ostriches to his property.
I find
To
that kind of
Oh,
fishy.
That's
yeah,
good. That's good. But
that's good.
again, from my native culture and away from finding antibodies and cure and whatnot, we do it through smudging sweetgrass, the Mother Earth, the soil. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
frying raw fruits and veggies and stuff that comes from the herbs, from the soil and stuff. But I don't know
You
what.
say I do voodoo. Like, come on.
Just going to an animal and it comes out of their ass and everything, and it's just the process of going to get that special ingredient to heal, and it's gonna have a special antibody. It's just too far catch for me. It's like going, wait a second, like it's like witchcraft, man.
Oh, well,
So
it
toxicity
can
started from
be, but the
witchcraft.
like I say, the
So native
everything
person
that would
craft
be
is
done genetically and all that would be considered witchcraft for native, but it is
Yeah, but
still
but but but,
it
but
is
they,
still a way to
but they're
identify.
trying to say it has antibiotics for the coronavirus, but meanwhile,
Oh, I don't
the
know that.
virus itself didn't wipe out the population. So it's just a bunch of fraud
Oh yeah,
BS, in
oh
my
yeah.
yeah,
But
opinion. As in, wait a sec. Well, wait a
like
sec. We have an
I
immune system. If you keep yourself clean, healthy, you know what I mean. Eat the right foods, take care of yourself, and truly love yourself. You're gonna heal no matter what and get through it.
well,
unlike
a
the
lots of people
system.
will, but a lots of people don't have the willpower to do that. And
Hmm.
that's what this fake thing showed us. It's a lots of people are willingly fucking choosing to be blind, and it's like, okay, I understand that there's a side of people that keep telling us, oh, we need more people. I don't believe that. I never did. I believe the people we have are the people we're gonna get. If people
Yeah.
can't do with a minority, well, what the heck are we fucking complaining about?
But I love the saving the birds and saving the animal thing. Like
Yep.
I get that, but
Oh no. Oh yeah, yeah.
where
I
they're
get that
saying like
too.
this bird has like the cure and everything, like it's gonna, that's like, wait, I'm going, wait a second, that's just too much now. Like just say
The-
you're going there to save the birds, man. Like that's it. You know what I mean? Take care of them, make sure they're not getting murdered and
oh
slaughtered.
yeah.
But then again,
And for the whole thing to make sense, you have to use credible people. And that's the thing.
exactly.
It's not that the people don't care about the birds. No, the people don't care about the people right now that are over there trying to be publicized and making money out of
Yes.
making a grift out of it after we saw them doing the same thing at the camp and then at the convoy. And
Yep.
then they still think they're part of any group.
Where's the protest against the housing crisis and the food
Oh, I
prices?
know.
Like
Or
like the cost of living is the main issue here. We
okay,
can't afford to even drive over there and try to save some birds because it's too
so
expensive in gas.
Oh, Scotty, did
even
you
in
hear?
Ottawa,
They're trying to make the measles vaccine mandatory now.
the
It's
only
like
one the only one that are
they're
protesting the rent and stuff like that, it's a
American.
company called Acorn.
Something.
They're the
Those
only
muscle
one
numbers
in
when
all
you find
Canada that are protesting from
Really?
what I've
Yeah.
seen. Meanwhile, they can't get anywhere because people are too divided between politic and this and that. Like I say, at this point, we have a problem. People need to stand up for one cause, and we go one thing at the time. And that's gonna take forever. But hey, look,
Yeah,
we
well,
first
I
have to
guess
make it better for our kid.
standing up for the orchard birds is the first step. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
No,
just
no, but
like right now in
it
Canada.
can be. It can be for some people. It can't be for others.
That's
Like
exactly what we're seeing, right?
the,
That
the,
we're
the thing
seeing it
with the
like
birds has been happening for like almost 6 years. Why it's coming
for
out
the
now?
last 50 years, man. It's been these had these laboratories for a long
Oh
time.
yeah,
Like
oh yeah.
There's
But the
stuff
they've
testing on the
always
birds and
they,
all that
taking
they don't,
started.
yeah, at least
Yeah, it
they,
started
they guinea
recently.
pig everything, man. Any
Yeah,
animal, insect
exactly.
that they see on this planet is being captured and guinea pig, man. We live in this human race that has been evolving for so long, overpowering us
Yeah.
and kept us enslaved to a system that they created is ridiculous. Like these guys literally do that. They take
Oh yeah.
people's take animals and everything just for testing. And these scientists are the most scariest things in my eyes.
well, yeah,
They
because they're
frighten me.
using
Oh
well,
yeah.
because
The
they're
but
using
what I'm
protected
saying
animals
is
in there
that they're
but
using all that distraction to
sick ones.
distract us from the real problem,
Yep.
Hmm.
which goes back to the government needs to get the fuck out. Like we don't
Yep.
need them, we don't want them. No one, like that's what I mean. People are so divided about everything, and when it's not that, it's something about Trump, and when it's not that, it's another thing. I'm like, can we go back to the first scandal that Trudeau had? That people got unhappy with the first scandal, which
Well,
is
I remember that. I
essentially
remember the scandals with his father back in way
yep,
back, right?
yep. And
It's
then
nothing new.
the one that got him unpopular was the when the thing with SNC Lavalin. I'm like, okay, how about you reopen that case because that's the first one where oh it's tied up to all union across Canada. Oh yeah, let's reopen that one. Let's see what's wrong under that hood, and then we're gonna find out things will freaking change. I'm telling you.
Then it's a Chinese union too. Anymore, the
Oh
deeper
yeah,
you
oh
look
yeah,
into
yeah.
it, yeah, I know it's fucked up, man. I'm just like,
That's
dude,
what I
I'm like,
mean. We need to go back to the first problem that we first have, and we need to start hashing them down because they give us all the proof over the last few years. They give us all the proof that they like they're doing bad stuff. So we are not doing our shit. We're supposed to get them out of office. There's way to get them out of office, but is those things have been done yet? I'm not too sure. The I heard about the thing about Rebel News and all that. I'm like, okay, but why them? Why just them? Where's the fucking all the lawyers that battle the for the Constitution and all that shit? Why are they not in there too? Why is the all the other people that are really relevant in law and our law system there too? Why it's only Rebel News? Well, there's a reason behind that too, and it's like, yeah, it's all to grab the last dollar. Meanwhile, no one is paying attention. At this point, I'm almost certain that he's paid a position.
oh, it's all fake. That was all planned out, even way before.
That's why they
That's
receive donations. They can be paid through donations and then not have to say anything because there's no transparency in this country and get away with it. And it's like, okay, well, are they part of the crime too? I don't know. I like to think that they're not, but
both
it's
sides are.
really
Oh
hard
yeah,
to.
the whole political system is a
Yep,
shampoo, man. It's a sham wow, man. It needs to go. It needs to go, man.
exactly.
It has
And
to. And how we're gonna get rid of that is we're gonna have to
standing
wait
up.
for the people. Well, for people around the world that we'll see what's happening in Europe right now, right? So
But that's what I mean. Do we want this to happen? Like, look at what's happening in France and all that. Do we really
that's what I
want
mean.
this?
Yeah,
Because it's
going.
coming. If we're not standing up, and I know they're going to call us nationalists and all that shit.
Oh
Meanwhile,
yeah.
okay, I don't care about the label at this point. They can call me what the fuck they
Canada
want.
got the worst, man. We're outnumbered.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the reason why it's like, okay, well, look at what they did in South Africa and all that. And oh, they want to kill the boar. Okay, well, what is the boar is going to decide to do when the boar is weaponized too? And it's like, okay, but what happened when your boar has an AK-47 in his hand? Oh,
Oh,
now it's not kill the boar anymore. Oh, go figure. And it's like that's what I mean. To a certain point, people have to stop being scared and say, "Hey, look, I don't, I don't condone what my ancestor did to get what we got, but we did build on it, and we built it well. Are we
Yeah, it's
willing
just
to let all that go because like if you were able to hold a massive civilization and cities and all that in Africa, they would have massive cities there. How come it's all fucking desert and huts and stuff like that? It's like, oh, there's a reason there. There's a lots of cities, but they're having problem keeping them going because they don't have the expertise to keep them going. Then they want us to tell them how to keep them going, and it's like, no, go to school. Then they want to use machete against us because they're not used to that, and it's like, well, look, this is how progress happens. If you don't do those things, but you're not going to get to where we are. And it's like, okay, well, it's that simple. You can't keep an hydroelectric dam going and not know how to make it keep going. It's not how it works. Like everything will collapse before they figure it out. And it's like, yeah, that's the whole point. So is we have two choice in that. It's or we move out of the way and we let them fuck it up enough that they all die because they can't get power in the winter. They can't get anything going. Because we know in Canada, we have the ultimate weapon. It's called winter. None of them will survive with no heat, I'm telling you. And they can't get the electric dam running. So if
I think a
everybody
lot. I
goes
think a
away,
lot of Canadians won't even survive fucking
oh, I
winter.
know, but what I mean is if everybody goes to a place where they know they will survive, the people that will stay behind, they can't survive and they're going to find out quick. Then what happened? Oh, they all die in the winter. Oops, sorry. We weren't there to keep the power on. Sorry, I went down to Texas. I got tired of this shit. That's what I mean. To a certain point, I do understand why
yeah.
some people left Canada because I do see why at this point it's like, well, look, we are truly overrun. So if our government really thinks that those people can run all the infrastructure and all the meat market and all that shit, okay, okay, let's show them they're fucking wrong.
Hmm.
It's or we're fighting them or we regroup and we go elsewhere. We let them fuck it up, and then they'll starve in the winter and they'll freeze. None of them can operate their shit. It's like to a certain point they ain't gonna know. And then when they realize it's all them left behind. Okay, well, have fun in the winter. We did like all my life. I live winter, and I know they can't survive it that long. So, and then we can come back after and fucking make piles of them at the border and say, "Hey, look, take your garbage away. We don't want it."
No, just do like they did in the past. Just burn all the bodies.
Yeah, but then there's still people that will be again. That's what I mean. Every fucking actions, there's always a group of people out there that will be against it somehow.
There's
They
always
think,
people against
they think
people.
it's
Like
violence and all that, and I'm like, okay, well, look,
Yeah, that's not
there's many way of fixing the problem, but then an action needs to be taken. Like to me, I had a great one. I'm like, oh, release chloroform everywhere, put everybody to sleep, then deal with it. Way easier to deal with bunch of people sleeping people than the reality. But then it's too. It seems it's too much for some people. I'm like, I understand, but way better than the other outcome, where we have to go and face them and fucking beat and get beat. To a certain point, the like most of the people I know right now are prepping for something, and it's like, yeah, they're the one that will survive longer than most of the others. But you have
I
to
think
be prepared. You get to grow
we
your own
literally got
food.
like
You get to
more
have
than
your
half
own
the
animals.
population not even ready for what's about to come. Like
Oh, I know, I know.
people are see just through the sports too. You see how the people with the hockey games or football, basketball, people are they're not They're not
People
ready.
people won't know what to do when there's no electricity coming
And it's
back.
gonna be a big mess. Oh, I got shut down for like a week with no power, and
Yeah,
I think after the first couple of days, I was going like, "Ah, shit!" Now it's starting to get a little
yeah,
too much,
yeah.
and
But that's
I
what I
gotta get
mean.
used to it. Yeah.
Yep.
So
That's
bought a
what I mean.
generator.
At first, everyone will wait for the power to come back so they can charge their phone and all that. They ain't even gonna think, look, it's happening. We need food. We need this. We need that.
Yeah.
Oh, the fridge don't work, so there's no
Well,
cold. So
the
all
first
your
thing is
food,
the
yeah,
food. Yeah, the food in
yeah,
there for the first couple of days. You know,
hmm
after I think 72 hours, most of the food in your fridge is gone.
exactly.
Well, it's unless it's minus fucking 40 outside.
Well, yeah, yeah, but
Oh, I
then
lost all my food, man.
Yeah, I know. I know. I
When
if
lost
I
it
had
too.
there's
Yeah.
that
no,
the winter storm here, yeah, man, like fucking even the food in the fridge was gone. It was moldy. Anything with milk product or had ingredients in it, I had to throw it out.
Hmm.
yeah,
Because you don't want to get food poisoning and diarrhea and shit like that, right? So,
At that point, you should have just bought some coolers and put everything outside. Fuck.
but again, if I was really struggling, I probably would have just like said, "Fuck it," you know, I'm gonna risk a achy belly.
Yeah,
mhm.
that too. Yeah.
Like
No,
it's coming. That's why I was saying tribe and train, because most people don't have a clue what it is to get your food when the fridge don't work anymore. And that's the a native and the state was telling me, like, everybody is 9 meal away from starvation at this point. And it's he's right. He's right. It's like, okay, bon, what happened if we don't have electricity? Bon, we're not that we're 4 meal down to be gone. And it's like, yeah, well, that's what it is. To a certain point, how far are we willing to go to get clean water? Because there ain't gonna be water. Well, what do you think happens when there's no water around? Just water will flip. Everybody will go on to survival mode, then food, then coffee. Oh, coffee. Oh, the love of coffee. Yeah, we
I
were
know, eh?
talking about that. I'm like, as soon as it goes
I'll be
down,
fucking withdrawn.
I'm like, everyone in Canada is going to be withdrawing at the same time.
Right. Right.
Most
Everybody's
of
gonna
the
be
lucky
craving.
one will have
But
cigarette
the
to
thing,
make it
I
go
know I
through.
would survive for sure,
Yeah.
man. I know I'll make it
Oh
through. But
yeah.
it's just
Well, yeah.
the other people around is what becomes really dangerous. Is the other minds that can't handle it. They're gonna be looking at you like a bunch of vultures, man. It's gonna
hmm
be like a video game.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It's like
But
fuck.
that's what I mean. It's like there's something, but then cigarette is another one. It's like, okay, well, the first few days you're fine because you got smoke. What happened when you run out of smoke? And then you
Oh,
realize, oh shit, okay, coffee and cigarette, and it's like, okay, what else? And then you
I've been
realize,
through it.
oh shit, I can't even go out because no, 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 people are looking for other people now at this
Yeah.
point, and it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, well, most people didn't watch the movie The
Just the
Purge.
withdrawals, man. Gotta get ready
Huh.
Yep.
for it, man. It's
Oh
like, oh
yeah,
shit, here we come. I can do it.
I can do this. I got
everybody is
this. We
gonna
got
have
this.
them.
I done it before, man. Times when I was younger and when I got locked up and put in the bin, right? I had no choice but to like, go through that withdrawal shit.
And most of the people don't think about all the junkies that are downtown,
The hardest was tobacco, man.
all the hard
Yeah.
drugs that are downtowns and all that. Well, when they can't call their supplier, what the heck you think they're gonna do? They're gonna go
Well, I've
after
seen that,
everything.
man. I remember back in the day seeing people wiling out in jail, man. I
hmm
just couldn't. They didn't even get their pills.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Just off the medication. That's what. And I woke up at an early age realizing, wait a second, man. Why are these guys having panic attacks over medication? Like they literally lost their mind.
It's what medication does to them. That's what I
Oh
mean.
man, it's that
To a
bad. And
certain
ever since
point,
then,
most
I
of
was
the people won't
traumatized,
be.
man. I suffer
Yep.
PTSD from seeing people suffer through that shit.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
What the worst was is Seroquel, man. They used to give people Seroquel
Yep.
and like so they can go to sleep or something like that, and then it literally was murdering people. People were killing themselves because of that shit.
Huh.
Yeah.
That was
Okay.
scary, man. I was going like, oh man.
But
Wow.
yeah, the to go back on topic and all that, everything has to be that they they're so afraid that we go back to the beginning, figuring out the first problem that they started, and then sue them for it. Then they're gonna realize, oh shit, we got no defense against that. We're 30 problem past. We stopped thinking about it, but now it's happening. That's what I mean. there is something to do on the legal side. It's just it's not been done because everybody's thinking about different thing because that's what they put out there. So the in the last 2 weeks, I stopped going online for most of the stuff. Like I haven't looked at what's out there. The I listen mostly to comedy show. Like
Well,
I find out I want the humor to be back, so I'm like, okay. The then I realize I'm like, okay. After 2 weeks of being totally offline, I'm not on the same
Surprise?
page than everybody else, and that's
Yeah.
what I'm noticing. And it's awesome in a way because before we never were on the same page. Like everybody has been programmed a certain way at this point, and it's like, yeah, deprogrammation is going to be a bitch. When everything goes down, everybody is going to realize at some point they're going to realize before dying, they're going to realize, fuck, I was wrong. And it's like, yeah, well, we told you, bitch. That's
welcome
what
to the
happened.
Matrix.
Yep. And that's what's sad. It's like we tried to prevent it. We tried everything like for 2 years and a half, and then people fucking scream, "Your guys are too loud. You're too much in the face of people." It's like, yeah, well, you know, that's what happened when you choose when you choose to be a demon instead of being a good person.
Yep.
And that's more what it is. It's like, yeah, yeah, they to a certain point, if they want to go and flame, they can. But who told them that they have power over us? But that's what I mean. The like to me, there's only two solutions. It's or we stay and fight, or we leave and let them go through one winter and then come back. I guarantee 90% of them will die. Our
Most people want to
politician,
fight for a new master, right?
yep,
So that's another problem, right? We're facing, as in, like, I get it, but then again, I'm not fighting for another master. I don't believe that
exactly.
the two party system, or even just the system have structured right now in
Yep.
place.
That's why
It's
I'm
not
saying
right.
we have two choice. It's or we
and and
stay and
and people
fight
are
for
willing
it.
to defend the system, and they're willing to defend what this creation that they've been born into. So they weren't taught different, so they're not going to know until they meet people like you and I, or have a different
Oh no,
mind
I
state.
get that, but for them, it's the system is a blanket, and it's like, did you ever try to remove the blanket to a kid? It's like, yeah, they're gonna start crying. Okay,
Yeah.
eventually
Mhm.
it's gonna pass. That's what I mean. That's how society is, and it's like, okay, well, we all understand. It's like, okay, our ancestor did terrible thing to be where they are, but look, do our ancestor were worse than the guys that Jules Caesar that were under Jules Caesar? Because they did terrible things too. They never fucking went to reparation. Nobody would have brought that to Jules Caesar. It's like, yeah, that would have last long. Or Napoleon. Meanwhile, I guarantee those two guys together killed more people than every one of those guys that they talked about. And it's like, yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like the horrible shit that they did in the past is the horrible shit they did in the past.
Right.
We're not them. We're supposed to do better. Why do we have to pay for something we have nothing to do with? And it's like, yeah, that's the scam in itself. And then you got all the one that are waiting for a paycheck that are screaming, yeah, but I want my reparation. And it's like, yeah, but that's the thing. You don't understand. Right now, you're working with the enemy.
Well,
Like you
money.
accepted money from the enemy to
Yeah,
survive.
yeah.
We
Money is the
understand,
problem,
but
right?
it's still
And then
accepting
again,
money.
that money keeps the system going around and
Exactly.
around, right?
Exactly. So,
So
and it's really hard. Like most people get it after they get their check, but before they get their check, they're really opinionated.
But
After
then
they
now that
got it,
money's
they don't
gone
care.
to corporations, right?
Yep.
You have to pay for your
Mhm.
phone bill, you got to pay rent, you
Yep.
got to buy food. So it just keeps going
Hmm.
around and around,
I
right?
just
Exactly.
find it so stupid how we have to pay to live, even though
Yeah,
we
that's
were
fucked up.
born in this world. It's like, seriously. That's how you know it's all manipulation and it's not reality. If you get what I mean, because like the way the system is,
Yeah.
they their strength is power, but it's also their weakness, right? So,
Meanwhile, I'm disabled, but I can't even have a doctor in my own province for the last 12 years. I've been looking for
oh my
one and they can't find
god,
one. And I'm disabled. And it's
wow.
like, yeah, yeah, that's how bad it is. It's like the system is so. full of holes that I'm like, okay, so why keep this instead of building a new one that includes
Yeah,
everyone equally? And
yeah,
then, but then they're like,
exactly.
no, you're a communist. And it's like, okay, but whatever you call it. But communism has one thing that I notice there's many different ways that will be wrong. It must be one way that's right, right? At some point, I'm like, okay, well, it's up to us to make it work. And is it going to be called communism at that point? No, it's going to be called a commune law or whatever. And it's like, well, yeah, it all goes back to tribes, and it's like, yeah, it's always been that we're
Yeah,
tribal people.
yeah,
Why do we
exactly.
want to change
Is
that?
living with Mother Earth, is living with the
Exactly.
planet.
Exactly.
The cycle of life, right? There's a change that we're supposed to follow along with it that makes us active and keeps us healthy, and it gives us something to do, right?
Somewhat healthy. Technically, we're all not
Meanwhile,
healthy.
I understand. I understand that the concept of money itself has to stay, but not for the same purpose.
Yeah,
Because it seems like without money, motivation to work is not gonna be there.
But by how did we do it back in the old days? Trading
I know, but
was what
trading.
with
Yeah,
food,
do you
growing your
really think?
plant.
Do
You know
you
what I
really
mean?
think our generation can go back to what, like
No, I
the
think
way our
we've gone way too far,
grandparents
man.
lived?
We gone way too far. We're gonna
Can,
lose
can,
mad
can we
people
live on a penny a day because they did? But I don't think I can survive
today.
on
No,
one penny a day.
no.
I know my
It's
grandfather did at some
suicide,
point.
right? It is suicide.
Oh
But
yeah, when you
that's what
think
again,
about
man.
it,
The
it's like,
system
oh
wants
shit.
you. They want you to feel like your worthlessness. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? They want you to feel like because
exactly.
but look at suicide rate is the highest it's ever been because
Yeah,
they're literally wiping people out even without shooting them. So they're working
that
their magic. They're getting
that
away
and
with
the
it.
that and the legal the safe supply that they
Yeah.
have, that's killing the most amount of people. Those two together are what I call like, yeah, no, they like they're searching for genocide all across the planet. I'm like,
Oh,
well, they
and they're
have one
doing
right
they're
here.
all four directions, right? Air,
Yep.
water, and food, man.
Yep.
Poison your air, poison your water, and poison the food.
and
And then psychologically damage the people through the television on a daily
Hmm.
basis.
yeah, so we're getting it
It's a
all from.
pattern. I see many patterns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's all four direction, and I learned that from an elder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh yeah.
They taught me that how things are going to happen in the future, and that you're going to be living through it, and you're going to be witnessing it. Until this day, these guys are not allowed no more. This was in Thunder Bay when I went to all
But
the native
you
circles,
know
and
what? One day we might wake up and we might find the one fucking guy that has the first Nintendo, and there's no electricity anywhere, but he's got Nintendo in his basement, and he's having fun.
that
Right?
would be amazing. My cousin still has a Nintendo.
Uh,
He's
days were
pretty
good.
young. I would love
These
yep.
to
were
play.
good.
I can't stay with them.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
again,
no,
they want to shut us down, right? They want us
most of the
locked up.
people I know at this point that they're prepping. They get generators ready. They get solar panel. They few chickens, few this, few that, few cow, and yeah, they're building outside of the city because they know it's coming.
But that's
And,
only temporarily. Even if the things get shut really down, that all that stuff is only gonna last temporarily, right? After
oh yeah,
that, it's like you're gonna
after
realize
that
that shit.
everybody's back to hunting.
We really got to go back to our old ways.
Yep.
And
After that, it's back to hunting. After 1 or 2 weeks
I
with no power, it's back to hunting, and that's where
got my
people
bow
will
and
have a problem.
arrows. I got my bow and arrows. We're good.
Yeah, but it's. Do you know how to use them?
hunting, I don't eat meat, so
No.
I would have to panic with growing my own food.
well, well, sorry, but I think you'd be fucked.
I would
What?
have to move down south, man. I have to find nice, beautiful sun and fucking flat land and just grow my own food that way.
There's no veggie patty in the
No.
wild there.
No, I know. The veggie patty will be what fucking ripping the
Yeah,
grass apart and fucking.
yeah,
When really I can just survive on
yeah.
vegetables.
But yeah, thinking on that, like, let's say that yeah, electricity is not there and all, but that's the one thing to survive. You will need meat. regardless. Like even if you don't like meat and all that, at some point you will have the urge to eat meat if you want to continue living.
Yeah, if I'm hungry, yeah, I'm starving to fucking death, and
Yeah,
fuck
I'm
that. I
pretty
would have
sure.
no
I'm pretty
choice.
sure that's how it goes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like you can last a long time on grass and
But then again, that
salad and
depends where
shit.
you're going on the planet, right?
Yeah,
Let's say if I'm moving more down south, where towards more sun and growing things,
yeah.
I could just live off of the plants. You know what I mean?
Well, you can, but someone might mistake you for a rabbit,
Oh,
and he wants meat.
The thing is what our native culture really do back in the, like, back when it
Yeah,
was hunting and everything, we didn't waste the animal. We used every part of the
exactly.
animal,
Yeah,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
So we have respect of the circle of life kind of thing. Unlike nowadays, they're just abusing the
yeah.
animals.
Oh
They're
yeah.
they're sick, and plus, like, like it's just very sad, like the way they do it. That's why the guy just can't,
I
because
watched.
you're full of diseases, right? And
Oh
plus,
yeah.
some of them, I
No,
think,
I
came
get
from the
that.
laboratories where they will send them to the slaughterhouses, and people are eating that energy of the animals of being like in so much fear and all that kind of
the
energy
animals are
before they die.
vaccinated too, right? That they give them, they pound them with a bunch of shots.
Oh yeah,
So,
but
like,
not just that. It's the all the chemtrails and all that. It's going on. It's going
yeah,
on trees,
exactly.
underwater, all their
Well,
shit.
yeah,
So
we're even eating
yeah,
and drinking it right now.
yeah.
It's a big mess. That's glyphosate, right?
I'm such
The
a hypocrite because, like, I'm
Glyphosate.
smoking and
I,
I'm
I
talking
watched
about
I
all
watched
this.
the movie Apocalypto earlier today. So yeah, the that old movie where they show you how the Mayan people lived before, and the tribes that were higher than the Mayan just before the conquistador came in, and it's like, yeah, it makes you think. It's like, well, are we going back to those time? I'm like, oh, it's not gonna be far from that.
The Giants, the Giants were vegans.
Well, maybe.
Like
I thought
that
they
used to,
were
yeah,
eating
yeah.
human. No, I
Do you
thought they
not
were eating human.
look
Or
about the
that's
Green
the
Giant? You remember seeing the Green Giant?
oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah,
The Green Giant. So even throughout the history of that guy was he was a vegan. Well, not vegan, but he plant
well, yeah.
based.
He was on pecan. That's why.
Yeah.
He's on the
but
pecans.
but that's
That's
a part
what
of
I remember.
the subliminal messaging, right?
Yeah,
That you see how it goes through our history, even with the giants. You know what I mean? That's a part of history that we weren't
yeah.
really taught.
When I think about the Giants, I'm thinking about FIFA Fo, and yeah, those guys were eating human, definitely.
Mhm. Yep. I'm not gonna. Yep.
Yeah, I remember that
Like
the kids
some of them were
cartoon.
vegetarian at some point in time. Some of them ate human.
Well,
Some
it's
of
just
them
like
probably ate grass at some point.
right. It's just like us. Where some of us are
Uh,
That's what
carnivores,
I
some
mean.
of us
I don't even
omnivores,
think
some
it
of us
matters.
herbivore.
It doesn't matter if we what we
so
eat, man.
I was
What matters
watching
the
a
most?
I was
It's
watching a video of African tribe, and they're eating dirt. It's called bonbon pâté. And if you research that and all that, no, they made plate out of fucking dirt, and they
Okay.
eat it. That's what
So
they eat.
what is it called?
Meanwhile,
Bon
bonbon pâté.
party.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. It's a true thing in Africa, and like they don't have anything else but that. I'm like, well,
Uh,
at that point, I'd be eating grass, but no, they're not even
They
going for that. They're
survive,
going for
man.
the
Yeah,
soil.
they're surviving
see,
off of it.
And it's like, wow, okay, they like it's just to make you think that, well, if they're able to survive on soil, what else are we been lied to?
I know, eh? And that's it. They'll lose a lot of money right now. People start walking outside and eating their dirt.
Yeah.
Grocery stores will go broke. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
But yeah, no, yeah, it's crazy what they have, and it's like, okay, well,
it's edible clay.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Oh,
It's high.
But it's
No,
not edible clay; it's clay that they're eating.
yeah. Well, it says
Like
edible clay right
no,
here.
nobody
You
else
can buy.
on the
You can
planet.
buy it. You can buy it.
Oh,
E-
okay.
edible clay.
Shit, they made it in bags now. Fuck,
damn.
they have Amazon now.
$10.
They're
No,
getting
that's
rich on
that's
soil.
on that's on Etsy. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Yeah, let's see if they have it on Amazon.
Oh,
That's fucking hell. That's hilarious, dude.
oh yeah. No, that's what I mean. It's like it's
Well, it's
going.
from Haiti,
This
right?
is yeah. It's been going since the '80s, and it's like okay, well, if they're able to eat soil and like they don't look healthy, they don't have any teeth. But other than that, it's like okay, they're still alive, right? What the heck? What's in that soil? And it's like, okay, well, when you really think about it, it's like, okay, well, I guess people that would eat just grass would stay alive. Some
You can
dinosaurs were
survive.
Okay,
herbivore,
cool.
so
Let's see this. Okay.
How long
obviously
you can
it's
survive with just water? How you can survive just drinking water for quite a while.
I don't know. The one thing I know it's you can't survive without water.
How long can you survive just drinking water?
Can you just water itself?
Oh, this stupid fucking new update is garbage, man. I can't even talk to Google like that no more because this new update. It just gives me it searches my phone now. Like you know the screenshot now.
Yeah.
So now it searches my freaking front page of my phone,
Okay, let's.
and it gives me images instead. Now this is trash.
Let's see. I
Now I
want
have
to
to
see
do it
something.
manually.
I want to see something. Do you guys can you hear? Can you guys hear the volume on this one?
Yep.
You can hear it? Because I can't hear it.
Thank
You can buy it at a store, I guess.
All right, bag of goodies.
It's fucking clay.
Clay, look. Let's fast forward it.
Dirt cookie. Wow, I'm actually very
Cookie.
excited. I don't know
Where?
why. It's like super hard.
Cookie clay.
Yes, it's clay.
So that's what that looks like.
That's soil.
Let me get some water while I'm talking. I was actually searching it up, and like, in Haiti, they usually eat it because, Haiti's poor and it holds your stomach. But also, pregnant women eat it because it has minerals like iron and calcium. So pregnant women tend to crave it. But I was also reading that it's not like a rare thing. Like in India, like they have edible clay. Africa has edible clay. The Middle East has edible clay. So this is not a new thing. So off back, it reminds me of what do you call it? It reminds me of a
People are poor
cornstarch
everywhere.
cookie called amido. And amido is basically, it has this consistency. It's actually very, very hard like this, but it's very powdery and super sweet. I actually like amido. So the process of this cookie is like they take clay, they run it through a filter. What do you call it? Like the mesh filter. So they filter out the dirt, the rocks, and stuff like that. And they make it with like salt, butter, and water. So here we go.
Break your teeth.
It just looks powdery, like a sugar cookie.
It looks like Coke.
I was not.
It is clay.
I was not expecting that flavor.
It's clay. Everyone tasted when we were
It
kids.
makes my mouth very
Right.
chalky. It's actually very chalky. It's nothing like amido. It's
Cookie
salty,
bonbon.
and I can taste the butter.
Bonbon.
Bon tea.
I'm gonna go get some now, man. How much is it?
Oh, it's getting like stuck.
You'd have to go to like
It has a very smooth consistency.
Down-
I would
down
see
south,
why
you
people
guys-
crave
or
this.
even-
I'm not. This is the
that's
last
good.
time I'm
On
eating this. I don't see
place.
myself craving this, but
Well, you have to find like a South African
I
place
can
where
definitely see how people would crave it because it's more of the taste, like not even the taste. It's more of the texture in your mouth than the taste of it.
she keeps eating it, so I guess it's not that bad.
Yeah,
Thanks
it's
for
just like
broken
butter,
tooth.
salty butter.
Bet you that's her last bite.
Yeah. She just broke her tooth. Just kidding.
Look at her face expression.
Yeah,
Like,
she's not
It's getting
sure about
stuck, so I can't even like talk because it's like sucking out. It's like sucking up all the saliva in my mouth, so my mouth is
you
super
gotta
dry.
add some butter
Yeah,
to
it's
it.
called clay.
It's called salt, some pink
You're not
salt.
supposed to. I'm pretty sure they do
Put some
eat the
flavor
whole
to
thing,
it.
but like you're not supposed to like take huge chunks out of it. Cause baby, you are signing a suicide note if you were doing something like that. Like to eat the whole, like to take a huge chunk out of this, like that's almost equivalent to like eating a Popeye's biscuit, no water.
Look about
Yeah, her face expression didn't say that at all.
right.
It says, "What am I eating? This is dirt." And it's like, yeah,
Okay.
that's dirt.
Yeah. Yo, so hear this one out. With water only, with no food, survival time may extend up to 2 to 3 months. So you can
Okay,
survive
yeah.
with water for 2 to 3 months. Over time, severely restricted food intake can reduce the lifespan. Being underweight, defined as having a body mass index of BMI below, what the fuck? That just goes too much. But yeah, 2 to 3 months just with water intake. We'll say a month for sure. Guaranteed a month.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But then, yeah, it's only like 3 days without water, or the that you can't last. And after that, it's like, okay, well, but yeah, so obviously people are surviving with it, but they're not surviving well because vegetable would be better.
There's water in it, yeah.
Yeah.
But people hardly drink water nowadays, right?
I still drink some water. I just drink tap water. I don't give a fuck. Like I'm not
The
gonna
water,
drink.
the water, the,
I'm not.
the water in the water bottles are not as fresh either, right? It's being
Well,
stored
that's
away.
exactly. Like I wouldn't drink fucking water bottles because like I've been sick off of water bottles before.
So the plastic or whatever.
Whatever the fuck it was, I know it made me fucking sick. And yeah, never again will I drink water, fucking bottled water, unless I tap it and I fucking put it in my own water bottle, like in my own fucking
That's good.
shakers or whatever like that. But a lot of people are like, you should buy an alkaline fucking thing, right? But
That's
it's
what I
so
got.
expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're so expensive.
It's like $250 for one of the alkaline water system, but then you got to pay every $30 every 3 months to get a new filter thingy. Because when the water recycles down, that filter itself will collect all the
Fucking
toxins.
great, Casey.
So, but having that's like an off-grid kind of like a water system I have. Pretty good.
Yeah, I filter all my water.
With what? A Brita?
No, I have 3 pool filter. One like hook up one after the other.
Yeah. Filter, yeah.
It's same thing than the pressure Brita that they have there. It's pretty much the same thing. It's still carbon filter. They're just different a bit, and they cost way less. They cost like a buck for a big one, a big cylinder. At least
That's not bad.
they last longer too.
Expensive. But we got the Great Lakes here, so even drinking the Great Lakes water is fucking good. It depends where you go, right? But because of
Yeah.
the granite rocks under the water here, I know that from my native tradition, being Ojibwe. So we can just survive off just drinking the water in the lakes and staying around here, living around here too.
There you go, Case.
For fuck's sakes.
Oh, there you go.
What a shit show, bros. So last time we did this show, we did an hour and 24 minutes with Alex and Matthew,
Oh boy.
and I had 100% on my phone. Did 124 minutes. I get to 44 minutes. I'm getting data warning or data warning. I'm getting battery warning. Blah blah blah. So I go to my car. You guys see me go to my car. I plug in my phone. I can't charge my phone, and then it boots me off the app, and it won't let me do any apps. I was trying to contact Chris. It says your phone's overheating.
You're being that's fucked, man.
Yeah, and
You have the Android, right?
This is what happened to me in Axe the Tax, bro. When they blackfaced my phone. That
Really?
fucking Pluto.
I guess that's the only place global warming has an issue. It's on your phone.
Well, maybe that's why all the forest fires are starting. Sorry I left, guys, but
That's
I'm
all good.
I'm in air conditioning now.
I'm comfier out here. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, if I want AC right now, I just open the window. It's gonna be
Right?
freezing in a minute.
Oh, it's so fucking cold out in Ontario.
Yeah.
It was cold this morning, man.
I mentioned something to the guy at the store, and he looked at me and he's like, "You're right, you know." And I'm like, "I know."
I
And
know.
I told him, I'm like, it's weird. It's only in the weekend. It's only in the weekend that we're getting clouds and all that. Just like they don't want people to be out on Saturday and Sunday. Go figure why. Is shit used to happen on Saturday and Sunday before? Oh yeah. In my city, they used to happen. Now it's always cloudy. I kind of see the pattern.
Well, they're doing
I,
that blocking the sun thing, right?
yeah. Well, that's what they claim in a way, but in the meantime, we're the one freezing, and it's the 1st of June.
I know, I know. I seen a lot of people posting about that today. Carl Grant, he's like, man, it's cold. It's cold
Oh
enough.
yeah, it is.
Yep. And then I'm
It's
here
enough
freaking.
I had to shut down. It's cold enough that I had to shut down my intake because it's too cold for the plant.
It was 26 degrees today, 27 yesterday, 24 the other day.
Hmm. Fuck.
And then -4, -2, and
Yeah,
then
we
it
don't.
goes back to
Well,
20.
We go down as low as like 7 overnight. But
But
that's just after one.
Monday to Friday, it's gonna be beautiful freaking weather for people to go to work. And
No,
then
it's gonna be like
weekend happen.
Tuesday. It's gonna be like 30.
Yep. Oh, I know.
30.
That's what I mean. During the week, it's beautiful. Weekend when shit could happen. Oh, it's all the fucking bad weather because they don't want.
It was like all the events we went to, Chris,
Yep.
after Convoy.
Mm-hmm.
Remember all the bad weather we had to deal with?
Right?
Because they knew that we were having events every weekend, and I think it's
Yep.
continuing. I think what he's saying is true.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing it like every single weekend that an event could happen. It's been put down because yeah, bad weather, and it's like okay, well now it's happening almost every weekend. Enough that the guy at the store noticed. He's like, yeah, he's like it's kind of weird the correlation between what used to happen during the weekend and now. And I'm like, yep, you notice, and he's like, yeah, yeah, I see it. And it's like,
Yeah.
but he knows it's like he was there when they called the cops on me a few times because I wouldn't wear a mask, and then he saw I won that battle. And then he looked at me and he's like, "Ah, you're courageous." I'm like, "Well, I'm just doing me." And he realized it's like, yeah, well, there's a lots of people that sees it,
Fuck, my
but
backwards.
they're to compliance. They need a paycheck. That's the problem.
Hey, this is not a platform for advertisement.
What are we advertising?
He showed us all his weed.
Oh, I thought he
It
was
was
showing all his
backwards.
I thought he was showing all his Maple Leaf shit.
Maple
Yeah,
Leafs.
they
Oh
suck.
fuck those. Oh man, dude, they want people miserable, man. Like you see how the
Yep.
system is right now. They want people miserable. They want them upset. They want them complaining, and they're
That's
doing it
why
all
that's why
through.
that's why they're
They're doing it all
dropping
through the
kids to
TV, man. All
14.
through the television.
If
So
they wanted people to be happy right now, I'm telling you, the Montreal of Canadian would win the cup.
It's up on that list.
What do you guys think? The Oilers are gonna win?
I don't know. It's been so long I haven't watched hockey. I went to the
I
monster
don't think
truck.
the Oilers are gonna. The Oilers are not gonna win because they want people miserable. So,
Yeah, probably.
Right?
but don't
right,
get
they
me
want
wrong,
Canadians.
Florida. Florida's a good place to live. Actually, Florida is a place. If anything does happen out here where I'm forced to move, I'm going to Florida.
I can't.
You can.
I think I'm going to Cuba at this point.
I'm gonna buy a canoe. I'll fucking paddle my shit all the way down there because I'm up Shit's Creek with a paddle.
dude, dude, isn't there like borders in people's backyards in Saskatchewan?
Pardon?
Isn't there the border in people's backyard?
Well, yeah, it's kind of different out here the way the border works. Like we have controlled entrances, but then you can go through somebody's backyard, but that backyard is probably like 400 acres, and then you get into North Dakota, and then that backyard is like 800 acres.
Oh,
So you're
well,
walking for like a day at least. That's why most of these refugees coming up here in the winter, they were freezing to death, right? Because they were out in the elements for way too long trying to go find freedom. Like,
hmm. Well, that makes
North
sense then.
Dakota's a nice place, man. It's another good place to live out is North Dakota.
oh heck yeah. Even Montana, like all them, every state is great, man. It's not like here, dude. Here, every province fucking sucks the ball sack. Oh
Oh, I
wait,
know.
I'm telling you, I know someone in Montana, and it's not a friendly place for people to be in. He's a native up there with the like a tribe like 250 people now,
yeah.
and they build that from scratch. And like he said, he's like, look, he's like, we welcome people to pass through, but they pass through. And I'm like,
Ain't
okay. He's like,
It's
hanging.
like Detroit, fuck.
well, no, but the guy was mentioning, he's like, yeah, we have Hummers, we have 60 caliber, we have everything we need
we
to
have Hummers, we
go
have 60
away of our
calibers.
land. And I'm like, oh shit, really? And he's like, oh yeah, we're prepared for what's coming. And he was the guy telling me we're 9 miles away from extinction
That's my
for
my
that
my
reason,
relatives,
because
man.
they they know those native, like he's going all over the place, like Alaska and all that, Yukon and all that, and he knows how to hunt, he knows what to do to survive. But most people can't stay like away from their phone and all that. He's like, yeah, most of those people will die inside a year. After that,
Mhm.
it's gonna regrow. People will come more, and then die. More will die, and he's like, it's gonna happen over and over and over until there's a massive wall of dead people. But we're still gonna be alive. And I'm like, oh, and yeah, he is in Montana, and like he said, he's like, look, he's like, it's massive. He's like, even if you come down to Montana, you're probably never gonna find me. He's like, but we have a massive community. And I'm like, really? And he's like, yeah, we're in the middle of nowhere, but it's so big, you ain't gonna find us. And I'm like, okay. Like it's
Okay.
so they like what John is saying. It's so true for the reason that land is massive, massive. Most people need to travel to realize how big it is. Just going across Canada, it's
Yeah.
like, okay, well, go from New Brunswick to BC and find out how big it is, and it's like
I
then you're
think I'm about 20 times now across Canada.
How many times have you hitchhiked it?
That was 13 times.
Holy fuck, eh?
Yeah. And
Yeah, we got
then
lots of
So
time
is
down
it
there.
you can't hitchhike today. You might get fucking
you
stood
still
up
no,
by.
you still can. You still can. You just got to be very vigilant.
Well, yeah, and you
why?
get to have eyes behind your head now with all the trucking industry that's been disturbed. It's like, yeah, you're gonna get swept
But
off the road.
it's the trucking industry that I go for when I'm hitchhiking because I'm in the industry. I drive tow truck. I've hitchhiked. Like, there's a lot of people out there that know me. One time, remember that time you dropped me off in Barrie, Chris?
Yeah.
And shit didn't go right.
Yeah.
I got up on the highway. Remember when I was sitting there at the fucking Bay truck stop?
Yeah.
I got out on that highway and I got a ride right away. And then I get dropped off in the middle of fucking nowhere. And I hate that. I fucking hate that. And I ran out of water. It was 42 degrees Celsius, sunny. I was parched, bro. And I had to walk into the town. So I started walking down this road and I see a big OPP sign right across the street. I see the big detention center. I'm like, fuck that. I'm going back to the highway. So I'm on the highway. Guess who comes over the hill with his upside down Canadian and Quebecois flag? Simon
Mohan.
Vallée.
Nice.
And he got me all the way to Long Lac. Then I was stuck in Long Lac for 3 fucking days, bro. Three
Yeah,
days.
I used to live there when I was a kid.
Oh, what a fucking shit town that is. It's a nice river, but fucking people are idiots. Robin's Donuts, I love them.
So
But
that
anyway, long story short, I go with the trucking industry. Like, I'll sit in a Husky. I'll sit out front of a Husky. And I got a lot of people that know me. There was another dude that came up over the hill. He was Day and Ross Transport. And they're not allowed to pick up riders. Now, this is me going to Ottawa one time, sorry. And yeah, I could see him stand up in his rig with his arms up, like, what the fuck? He pulled the fucking brakes. He's, Carlos, que see what the fuck you doing? Fuck, get in, tabarnak. But I get that vibe, right? Everywhere I go, people see me, they know me. So I get the rides, right?
yeah.
Hitchhiking is like, dude, okay, so first time hitchhiking was with Baron von Yosemite. And he was the author of the book called The Good Karma Guide to Hitchhiking. Look it up. And I'm all about good karma. You know, when I'm scruffy, I'm dirty, and I smell a little bit, I'll go into a truck stop, have a shower, change my clothes, get a good shave on, bang, get back out on the highway, boom, half hour, I'm picked up. And everything's about respect. Hitchhiking is a guide. Oh no, karma is the guide to good hitchhiking. So I
Nice.
probably took this show way off on a different level.
It's all good. It's all good.
But I did most of my traveling of Canada hitchhiking, and that I swear to people, man, that is probably the best way to ever see this country. Because you get dropped off somewhere, you don't know where you are. You investigate, you look around, you see this. Dude, did you know Winnie the Pooh was born in White River, Ontario?
Yeah.
Not Winnipeg. Winnipeg had Winnie the Pooh, the bear, the black bear in the zoo.
Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh was created in White River, Ontario.
Yeah.
And they had a little statue there. I didn't know about that until I hitchhiked and I was stuck there for a bit. And, you know, I talked to the locals. I'm a very social butterfly, right? I talk to everybody. I like to get my grounds. I like to feel what's going on. And maybe I should just go fucking hitchhike one time. I'm thinking about having a hitchhike fucking adventure and do it all on live, bro. Like, have live segments. Have like, oh, man.
That'd be awesome. That'd be epic.
Yeah, I'm bringing it back. I'm bringing it back.
So is it illegal to hitchhike?
Nope, only in city limits in Thunder Bay and Calgary,
Why?
because cops are cops. And Thunder Bay, like, if you get dropped off on the east side of Thunder Bay, dude, you got like a fucking 8 hour walk to the other side.
Yeah, no.
It is a long walk, dude, till you can start hitchhiking again. And my cousin got fined in Thunder Bay for hitchhiking through Thunder Bay.
Dude, we got like a fucking 15-second delay on YouTube here.
15.
15 sec, like the longest I ever seen
Fuck, that's
since I've
insane.
been on here. Yeah, this is long.
Is my phone overheating again?
No,
No,
no, it's not you.
Wait, I'm gonna wave again, and I'm gonna flip through the YouTube channel, go right back. I'm gonna count. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-second delay.
They're
Holy fuck!
watching us, bro. They're watching us.
Yeah, they're watching us. There's something going
Holy.
on.
Hi, CSIS. We love you too.
Welcome
That's
to
a
our
little.
show.
That's extra long, man. I never. I wonder what's
So
gonna
then,
happen next.
how many viewers do we have?
4.
4. So amplify that by about 1,000. And that CSIS watching us.
Oh shit!
Hey, if
Still got
Carney's
one.
watching, if Trudeau's watching, oh wait.
Yeah, that's a long delay, man. Holy.
Yeah, they're censoring. It's all censoring. Censorship. Just like watching live, they pause a little bit just in case somebody in the crowd yells,
Are you on
"Fuck
Facebook?
the Habs!"
Yep.
How long of
Sorry,
a delay?
sorry,
Check the
Alex.
delay on the Facebook.
It's not that bad.
I don't think for the abs anyway. So I'm still a Nordique fan.
Oh, brother, tell me
Nord.
about it, man.
So it just asked me about the Facebook one.
Joe
Catching
Sackett,
up with Facebook.
freaking Matt Sundin.
That's about 10 seconds.
Really? 10 seconds on there too?
Yeah, it's about, well, usually it's a 10-second delay on Facebook and other platforms.
Zuckerberg's a bitch.
No, it's the difference between Restream and
Yeah,
StreamYard.
yeah. It's just like any other platform like that. Big platforms like that, it's a 10-second delay, but 20-second, that's huge. I've never seen 20-second delay.
Yeah, so not on the show no more.
It used to be 2 seconds, man. It used to be not as bad as no, this is the worst I've seen it.
Is it still a
Oh,
paid
yeah.
account? That's fucking weird.
Long delay. But I remember when I was doing streaming, it was only like 2-second, 3-second delay.
Do you think it's maybe because I have it on 1080?
Maybe.
No. It's not that. It's literally it's the delay from the system here.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Because they're doing something, man. They're being strict again, watching people more.
Yep.
Oh, we did mention the whole thing about reparation and all that. That must
We
be
did.
it.
We did say a few things that were probably a bit.
Oh, we talk about the ostriches.
Oh yeah, that will slow the stream down for sure. No, you know what I think it is? It's just the facial recognition is our faces.
It might
Well,
be.
let's start talking about how they turned the frogs gay.
Frogs are not gay. I told you they're fucking. Oh,
They put it in the water.
they put it in
Are
the
they
water
gay?
for fuck's
No,
sake.
they're bi.
Well, they're not bi.
They're bi.
No,
They like to
They're
experiment.
bisexual, man. They do it both ways.
They're
They're
hermaphrodites.
hermaphrodites.
They're hermaphrodites. They have
after
both sex.
turning the frog gay, they put them in cold water and they're warming up the water slowly, so they're boiling them.
Make it
Have
frogs.
you ever heard the term "go fuck yourself"? They're telling you to be a frog.
Yeah. So what about?
Pharmaceuticals?
Yeah, but what about seahorses? Seahorses are the same thing.
Yeah. If you want to be a seahorse, go for it.
How are they
No, but
doing it?
I'm not
seahorses are
calling you by your pronouns. I don't give a fuck.
seahorses are also hermaphrodites.
Yeah.
How about unicorn? Were they?
Dolphins.
They could just turn their head around.
Monkeys,
look,
Monkeys like to play with each other,
they're
man.
doing everything, man.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
the monkeys are orgy animal. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
they're doing it. They got the whole circus
That's
going
great
on.
humans, Scanner.
I'm talking. What about the platypus?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Platypus.
The weirdest thing created by God.
Well, I don't know if the
Like a
weirdest
duck
thing.
bill and otter body.
I saw some Karen in Ottawa that are way weirder than platypus.
There's lots of things in Ottawa way weirder than fucking platypus. Look at Parliament, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Bunch of platypus in that office.
No, they're all turkeys. Fuck.
Platypusy all over that bitch.
Yep.
Gobble gobble.
Oh, turkey. Look at the turkeys.
They need to be
Getting
stuffed.
hungry. It's funny, like say the ostriches. What about the turkeys? You know how many turkeys we slaughter for Thanksgiving?
Yep.
A lot, yeah.
It's a ritual thing, man. I tell you, that's why I don't eat that.
I know. I
No,
know.
I stopped eating it a couple of years ago.
You know what the most hypocritical thing is? Even the Aboriginals celebrating eating their chicken and turkey that day too. It's crazy.
It's like supposedly murder.
And
I know.
how
So
many
even our,
Right.
how many turkey get stuffed in properly every year?
Leave it to the Quebecois for that one, eh? What else gets stuffed in Quebec?
the last turkey I ever had was the beer can turkey, man. I shoved the fucking can of beer in it and put it on the fucking barbecue.
Dude, think how the turkey feels. Like, would you like a freaking can of beer shoved up your ass?
It's dead, anyways.
It's
Hey,
dead. Doesn't care.
It so resonates.
I don't know. You just add a little sauce. It tastes better.
Wow.
A little bit of fucking barbecue beer sauce.
And what the fuck's with this cranberry sauce? I never liked that shit.
So cranberry, it's a sweet sauce, isn't it?
it's
Not
just
really. It's kind of bitter.
it's cranberry.
Bittersweet. It's like with the government's food. Bittersweet. They're giving us cranberry sauce. Every speech they give.
I heard cranberry is good for your health, man. Like it
Oh,
literally
yeah,
flushes
yeah.
out the toxins inside you. But that's the actual cranberry, man. Like when you grab
But
the actual
not
cranberry.
mixed with the sweet and thrown in a can.
No, not with the artificial flavoring and the
Yeah,
GMO
no.
fucking sugar, glyphosate, whatever they put in that bottle.
Beer.
Yeah, all the toxicity.
Oh man, that's the biggest problem we're facing right now is the youth are being
Wake up, grab a brush, put a little
fed this
makeup.
crap too,
It's
man.
good. Fuck, shut up.
Oh yeah, the food industry and the medical industry are so broken. Like everything has to be redone from scratch.
And they act like they're so broke too.
Yeah.
To keep raising
Oh
the
yeah,
prices of everything.
bailouts, handouts. Oh yeah,
Well,
even banks
they
getting
stole
bailouts.
they stole everybody's money to give it to Ukraine, and now they're crying that they're broke. Too bad for them.
I know. I'm like, fuck. Why don't you just print some more and just like, yeah.
Why is it our problem if they're broke?
It's not my president.
Oh. I don't know why they did that.
$500
Well,
billion.
do you hear what Russia's going ham right now? Russia's toasting Ukraine supposedly. But
Oh,
who
Apparently,
believes that though, right?
Ukraine shot down a whole bunch of their jets.
Yeah,
I don't believe none of it.
Yeah,
It's all smoke
but
and mirrors.
we can't believe anything that we hear outside of Canada
exactly.
anyway. Right now we gotta concentrate what's happening here on our homeland.
Because we can't find out what's happening in the States and we can't watch news. I can't post news. I can't
Yeah.
see news from other places. Everything's censored, dude. I don't believe nothing of what's going on in the world right now. But what I see. And what I see is the wildfires out of control. What I see is the homelessness, the drug addiction, the drugs coming into the city. What I can see is a lot of fucking issues that we're dealing with, but they're hiding it up with telling us fucking stories, smoke and mirrors.
Yep. And they think we're all happy because we have legal weed.
Did you hear about the sonic weapons that supposedly
Yep. Oh yeah.
created the fires around the globe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Is they're testing. I seen photos of it, man. It was surfing in the dark web. Literally caught some of those and going like, wait a second. And a few buddies shared it on Facebook, and then not even less than like a couple hours, the pictures are gone.
Yep, I get censored on those posts too. I see them, I
Oh,
post them.
I give up, man. Like I only get like a handful of people, and that's it, man. It's
Few
worse.
years.
It's
Yeah.
worse now than it was like a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Again, it's
Few
back to the
years
same like
ago.
2020.
Yeah. Few years ago, we were watching all the volcano and all that, and at some point, we saw that green beam just hitting like a laser fucking beam, and it hit twice the volcano, and then the volcano started fucking
And the
spitting
same
lava.
thing happened in Maui.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
Like I say, the to me, I don't know if they like they probably have a lot of shit, but I think it's all on satellite and stuff like that. So if they really want to fuck up shit, they can. But then can they control it the way they want? Not exactly. You get to think if it's on satellite. Well, it's really hard to pinpoint someone that's moving on the ground and shit like that from a satellite. Like you have
yeah.
to put in all the coordinates in advance for it to hit. And it's like, yeah. A house with, let's say, a blue roof. Oh, those one are not getting hit anywhere. And it's like, okay, but what affects laser? Oh, color. Color affects laser. And it's like, oh, okay. So it depends what type of laser they're using or what type of things. They have the LRAD. They use that against us at the convoy. The LRAD, the sound weapon
Yep.
that they have,
Yep.
like it makes a big sound and all that, and everybody moved away, and it's like, yeah, they have the microwave weapon too.
Yep.
So they had that few years ago. It's like, okay, they have the weapon. The only thing they want to know it's, are we gonna stand against them or not? And if we're not standing in their way, well, how the heck are they gonna get to us? That's
Not
what I mean.
just not just
We have
that weapon either, Alex. They got the sound shit too.
Oh yeah, the LRAD. Yeah, I
Yeah,
talked about that. The LRAD. So that's why I was saying technically we have two choice. It's or we stand and fight, or we just move out of the way. Let them chase us around. Eventually, they'll run out of fuel faster than we're gonna run out of food
Mhm.
and water. And it's like, okay, well, like I understand that for me, I don't want to give up and all that. No, I wouldn't give up, but I ain't fighting fucking tanks and fucking jets and shit like that. There's no way to win against that. There's no way to win against a nuclear fucking weapon or biological weapon. The only way that we can have is stay away from it. But then look at the people in Nunavut and all those places. They've been staying away as long as they can,
Yep.
but at the end they know they're gonna be the last one for that reason. But they still gonna be part like stuck in it, and that's why the like I rather fight, but I realize it's a fruitless battle. Like, why having people dying for no reason when you can live another day?
because that's their plan.
Well, no, their plan is to
But
technically it's they're trying what I mean is if we move out of the way, their plan is fucked because they need us in their plan.
Yep.
no,
They know
they got
that
they got they got fucking AI now, bro. They got robots that can do our jobs. We're
our
just
paper,
fucking
no, our paper jobs. I like to see an AI working the fucking hydroelectric station. I like to see the AI working the garbage truck. I
you'll
like to
see it. You'll
I like
see it soon.
no,
Elon Musk.
like I say, you won't because society will collapse before that happen.
That's what
That's
they
what I mean.
want. That's why they want social unrest. That's why they want Palestinian protests. That's why they just said, "Hey, we'll let you go if you give us a letter of an apology," rather than round us up because we're peaceful.
I know,
Give us a letter of apology for assaulting our police officers, and we'll
but
let you go.
that's what I mean. At this point, we have two choice. It's or we stay and fight, and everybody's gonna
Fighting
get clubbed.
the only way we got.
No, the other way it's we move out of their way. if
But
they want to control the
that's a stalemate, though.
in a way, yes, but it still gives you the options of fighting later,
Yeah,
which
be
I
nature.
don't
Be
think they can
nature.
last more than two winter. I really don't think all those immigrants, none of them will be able to work the garbage truck and the fucking hydroelectric station and all that shit.
It's gonna collapse.
Everything would collapse, and then what they do in the middle of a winter storm with no power,
Look at
they'll
the
set.
look at the trucking industry. They're fucking trashing. They're
Yeah, but
fucking
they just pulled like 200,000 trucks off the road
Yep,
yeah. For what
because they
reason?
can't speak English or read
I know.
English.
But that's what
Exactly.
I mean. To a certain point, I understand that the like I don't want to leave, but I understand if it's the winning position to give us more strength later to do something more. To me, I think that's what should be done.
Yeah,
I
But
get that.
this is one voice. Like I see that okay, the force that they want and the way they're doing it, the only thing to stop them is throw a wrench in their fucking plan. And the only way to throw a wrench, it's removing us out of the equation as quick as possible.
hmm
Well, that's why they
That
want
way
everyone to
they
move.
can't they can't do our job if we're not there. Those
Yep.
guys are not trained. They can't even drive a truck. They can't even speak our language at this point. What? How are they going to survive in the middle of a winter? They can't. So it's a kind of an easy fix. It's like, yeah, they will all die, every single one of them. Then who's to blame? The government. They're the one that brought them in, not us.
Oh, but they'll blame us somehow.
They can try.
They'll
Right.
come up with a
Right.
reason.
Who who
They'll,
cares about the way they try to blame us? I
they'll,
don't give a
they'll
damn
call
about
it white supremacy or
yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
Jews.
I'm okay. I'm okay with that label. Like at this point, I don't care about the label. I just want an action to be done because we have two options. And most people, like, there's a lots of people that want to fight, but they don't realize, hey, look, when that time arrives, you're gonna be against
Oh,
microwave.
we're gonna get fucked up. I know. I get
Oh
it.
yeah,
Well, I know. That's why I think fight needs. You can't right now. They'll fuck kill you.
exactly. Exactly the like we be against tanks. We're just better to move
They
out
got
of
us
the
all on their
way.
phones and tracking us everything we do and say. Cameras everywhere, satellites. You know they. Yeah, it's fucking like.
I see, sis.
But yeah, if everybody just
They'll
leaves the
just label us
city,
on
leave their job,
terrorists.
leave everything, I'm pretty sure the country will collapse on its own
Oh
because
yeah.
like, none of them are who we are. They don't want the country succeeding. They're just there to make a point, a political point. And it's like, okay, if that's what you want, okay, how about you run the city and show us what you can do? I guarantee the city is collapsing after a few months. And then let winter comes in and let
That's
them
the
hit
problem.
February and find out, ooh, it's cold in the winter here.
We don't need these cities either. That's another problem we're
Yep.
facing today. It's too crowded. It's too
Yeah,
dirty. It's just too many brain dead people in one spot, and it's all built on for corporations. They're
exactly.
making money. They're caking off of it,
Yep.
and they need that. Without having those cities, these corporations will be broke as f.
Exactly.
So
But that's
they need it.
I'm gonna forward this information to my family here because this is something that this is vital information, I believe. Yes, this is good. Thank you, Alex.
oh, no problem. Like it's what I'm seeing ahead. Like I want to fight, but to a certain level, it's like, okay, well, look, I don't want anyone to die either. I'm for fucking peace and not dying. We can all do it, but they're not part of our plan. The government is not part of our plan. And
No.
it's like, okay, well, now it's how can we be sovereign? And the one way to be sovereign, it's we find another place to all be. And then we watch them fucking go at it. And I guarantee you, it ain't gonna
Oh
take
yeah,
long.
the eye for an eye will happen, but
Yeah.
that's prophesized, right?
But that's what I mean. To a certain point, like we're better than that. We can choose to say, "Hey, look, let's regroup somewhere else where they can't get to us." And in the meantime, watch them fucking not being able. Like, what do you think happened if, let's say, in 3 days, the government gets up and every Canadian is gone?
It sounds like
Oh,
the
they are. It's their
remember
diversity.
the end of Convoy
Yeah.
when everybody was trying to relocate, trying to
Yep.
gather up intel, trying to figure out what to do next. That's exactly what I'm hearing right now.
Yep.
Right?
So we're already experienced.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Like I say, that's why I talk to many people, and I try to look at the big picture. And the big picture, it's like, okay, well, we got two solutions, and one of them requires a massive sacrifice. Meanwhile, it's leaving. But then I realize it's like, yeah, but leaving might be the best thing because then it will collapse right away. Then we can come back and take it over because politician ain't gonna survive either. Without their minion, they ain't gonna survive either. And it's like, yeah, well, that's the thing. At -30, politician needs the road fucking shoveled and all that. Well, I don't think.
-30, politicians have their hands in their own pockets, bro.
I know, but that's what I mean. That's why when they see that they can't rely on those people, period, because they're not us, then they're gonna realize, oh shit, what do we do? Well, you're gonna call the National Guard because you need a shovel?
Well,
So
that's why they brought. That's why they
what we're
brought their
doing
immigrants.
what we're doing out here in Saskatchewan is we're providing a national guard. We're working on stabilizing protection of the people. So this is, like I said, it's going to be something I'm going to bring to the table tomorrow when I talk to them at the Rebel News Conference.
Yep.
And I hope they let speakers come up tomorrow.
Yeah,
I
that'd
hope
be
they
nice.
want to hear what people have to say. Because if it's not, then
It
Rebel
would.
News is a fucking joke.
Oh, well, the
Yeah, I remember them 10 years ago. Yeah,
I got some good things and bad things about them. Like I don't say like
Everybody does, Alex. I know. I hear
yeah,
it.
it is
exactly.
50. You never know. People change. That's another strength we gotta
Uh,
have is put some trust into some of these hands, but which it's gonna be difficult. But again, as they want to burn their own bridges, is their choice. But
yeah,
again, we live in a greedy, evil, money
yeah,
society world where people need to survive, and our program stuck that way.
Yep.
So they will pretend they're doing the good, and then meanwhile, in the end, it's
Yep.
it's
Fucking
for money.
ERC ass with no fucking lube.
Yeah. And that's what the political system's already doing to us, and that's what the
Happy
corporations are
Pride
doing.
Month.
Yeah,
and one of the solution that the my American friends in the state was in Montana was saying, he's like, hey, look, he's like, you notice that Texas always need people at the border, and I'm like, okay. He's like, well, he's like, would Canada be great if they all settled there? It fixed two problem at once. And I was like, okay, but it'd be temporary citizen. And he's like, yeah, just temporary until the collapse of your country, and then when after it collapsed, then just go back in. And I'm like, hmm. And he's like, I don't think Texas would have a problem with that, to have people at the border, like watching the actual border. And he's like, I like to see how many Mexican would try to pass away when they have a line of fucking Quebecers and English people right there. And I'm like, yeah, that would change. That would
Right?
change something. To a certain point, I don't want to leave my country, but I realize it's like, okay, well, if it's the sacrifice it needs
Okay,
to keep it.
let me ask you a question, Alex.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you were to leave the country, where would you go?
The Texas would be one of the place I would think of,
Okay.
but it would be as a temporary citizen, and that has to be like it has to be a massive group that establish a deal with them and all that. Like I say, the I want to be south as much possible for the weather, obviously. Then it's one less thing to deal with for a while. But
Yeah,
then
but then you got to deal with Mexicans.
oh yeah, they don't worry. Fuck, you think it's that much different in Quebecistan?
Quebec.
Pakistan.
Yeah, put them on the line, and I'm telling you,
A
those
terrible
Mexican
like
will, those Mexican
Quebekistan.
will think twice. Yeah,
Holy fuck.
That's an awesome one. Oh, that's funny.
oh yeah.
Saskatchewan.
like I say, I think we be able to, like, let's say, build a fence quicker or something like that, like something we
Manapuja,
could adopt.
Manapuja,
Huh?
Saskatchewan,
Fuck.
in British Columbia, they've already been indoctrinated,
Oh
fucking
yeah,
waiting for it. They're Columbia, bro, like the district of. Hello. I've been saying that for decades.
and
Nobody fucking,
Ontario,
and they're fucking liberals too.
I keep calling Ontario unterrible, so
I've been saying it for like 3 decades, dude. I was born and raised. I know what Toronto's all about. It's all garbage,
It's those
yeah,
nuclear junkies are all fucking liberals too.
exactly.
right?
Yep.
So
And
it's
that's that's a big corporation, man. That's a big powerhouse, man. Same with the gas companies too. You got to
Yep,
figure out like which one which heads are in there because they're political ones, right? And a lot of them lean to the liberal side here, and that's these guys got money, man, and they it's gonna take a lot to move them out of the spot.
well,
yep,
that's
These
the
guys
thing.
they can hire a hitman, just no problem.
Yeah,
Bam.
but
yep. That's what they do.
to a
I
certain
know.
level, that's what I mean. If let's say that the a majority of Canada decides, okay, well, we're out of here just for a few months or a year, and we just go south, and then we watch the rest. How long do you think it's gonna take for them to realize that first, we're not there. Second, they're not getting our tax money at that point.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's take it back a notch there, Alex. Okay, because we're our government's been prorogued for like how long? 7 months,
Oh,
and
more than
then,
I think it's been prorogued. I think it's been prorogued like that for a long time,
but
since the beginning of COVID.
this one time, I know Trudeau's done it several
Yeah,
times,
yeah.
but this one time has been 7 months, maybe 8 months now, because I've been talking about it for a month. But then Carney comes in and he's like, "Oh, bring Parliament back." They're in Parliament for one day, and he says, "Hey, everybody, take a vacation."
Hmm.
Okay, wait a minute. Now you're talking 8 months. Everybody's salary is between 2 to 500,000 a year. Where's our money? Why are we paying you to do nothing? Where's our money?
Exactly. And the worst part is Parliament. They said it was prorogued, but Parliament was open the whole time. We
Yeah,
saw
for the
people
public.
going in and out
Well,
every day. Every day for 8 months, they went in and out. Every
yep.
fucking day, they had
Yep.
assembly and
That's
all that.
passing bills and
Yeah.
passing legislature and
Meanwhile, they say it's prorogue. If it's really prorogue, they wouldn't be allowed to be there. So that's what I mean. On top of lying to people, and it's kind of proven. Like we have video of them going into Parliament and doing. Many bills have been passed since. Oh, if Parliament is really prorogue, they can't pass bills. So that's illegal right there out of the spot. They lie somewhere, and it's like, okay, mo the like it's up to us, the people, to hold them accountable. But
and we can't hold them accountable because they call it misinformation, disinformation. They
yeah,
censor us.
but okay, but it still doesn't, like, what I'm saying is an action needs to be taken,
I know,
regardless
and
of
that's
if we get
kind of
recovered.
what Chris and I are doing with this show.
Mhm.
But we're trying to bring people together at the same time. And it's hard because like so many people are segregated on all the things we're talking about.
Uh, Exactly. The like most people are not ready for that battle.
No.
Most people are ignorant to the fact that we're dealing with it.
But that's what I mean. Why
It's
try to
it's the
bring
it's the
those
minds
people in?
that the minds are damaged, right, from the psychological programming. So they hold a lot of jealousy, hate, and misunderstanding to a lot of people by judgment, by just staring
And,
and looking at the person. So that's
yep.
another big, not a good thing right now that's happening due to the programming that they've been doing for since birth, man. We even suffer
Yep.
that. I do that. I still suffer it too, but I catch myself too. But I still realize, going, wait a sec, I can't have judgment towards anybody. I got to realize that we're all human beings here, and we got to figure out a solution for our younger generations so we can
Exactly.
strive for a better future. So now you got to start thinking things all over again and going and rewind and realize that, wait a second, a lot of these people are not even ready because they're not at the same mind state we are.
No.
That right there is like a big schooling since birth, that we grew up to this planet that we call Mother Earth. It's home. You know what I mean? And trying to understand this home that we've been living, where we got programmed to live in the little sections of houses and got forcibly to put there, and then revolve around these corporations that have been literally put us here for a reason so they can continue to live their dream.
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
know, and
Exactly.
But that's
trying
what I
to
mean. The
the ones that we had during the lockdowns and whatnot, that was
Mhm.
close, man. We had a lot of
But
good things that came out of that. A lot
and
of good minds.
that's what I'm saying is to a
Yeah, but
certain
the same thing
level.
carried on from that, and that was the COVID cops. Those little 16-year-olds at the front of fucking Walmart telling you to wear your mask, thinking they're all fucking superior and shit. And I was the beginning of the social deconstruct. It's
What
giving
was
people
that?
the power to say they
What
give
I'm
that like
what I was saying is at the beginning of all that, we had our crowd. So why is it not enough to use that and build momentum? Instead than that, well, the government used the, the divisions and
It was
everybody
almost,
got
yeah.
divided.
We almost made it, man. It was close. It was
Like all we had to do is hold up a few more days after, and
we
that was.
tried to.
Oh, I know, but that's the difference between us and our ancestor.
Yeah,
uh-huh.
They
I
didn't
know.
say none of them said we tried to. They
No,
came
they
back.
said we
They
did
came
it.
back with PTSD, and that's it. That's the difference, and that's where we have to put ourselves. It's saying, okay, well, look, it's our kids' life and our grandkids' life.
That's why I said the programming
Yeah,
and the indoctrination. It took us to another level, right?
yeah,
This is brand new, 2020, right? That's it's a whole new generation, and then when you've seen how damaged the minds are throughout all backgrounds of the world, you know what I mean, from the get go. It's hard to unite. It's hard to make a real big change because a lot of people are not even ready.
exactly. But then, and that's the thing. You're correct that they're not ready. But to me, it's their own.
Nobody was ready ever.
It's their own. No, no, but to me, it's their own fault. Like we're not that special because we got it and they didn't. They want the money. They're more greedy than we are. That's what it shows me. People that
Uh-huh.
love money, that would do anything for money. Right now, they're in a position where they don't. So why would we care about those people? We have the group that we need. We just need to make actions with those, and the rest. Uh,
Like my
no,
people fight.
like did you know? Did you know when Jules Caesar ruled, most people weren't for him. Like he was still the emperor. He was still called an emperor, fucking clashing down empires and all that. And he still done it. And he still had people that said no, that was not a good idea. But he still did it.
Bueno,
He got stabbed by his own guy at the end. But okay,
beautiful.
since we know about history, it's like okay, well, we just don't want it to repeat itself.
But
Okay,
let me ask you a question about history, Alex.
yeah, go ahead.
How much history do you know that is not indoctrinated?
Oh, almost all of on one side or another.
I only personally know the history what my grandfather told me, and this is the loop they have us in. They can feed you any information. Apparently, it was like 1,000 years they made up,
Yeah,
and it's only for their narrative.
yep. No, you're
They're,
right. The from all my research and all that, I noticed like I didn't like the thing about the French and English and all they like the war between. I wanted to understand why, and like I contacted people in France to get the real history book down there, and they give me some. Then England, then other places, and I realized none of them had the same history at that point of what happened in Canada. So I'm like, okay. So if none of those guys that were part of the invasion that was taking place back then, if they're all part of it, they all have a different part in it. Then I learned what their part was, and then I saw, oh, okay, so those guys weren't against anybody, but the other guys, oh, those guys were shooting people, but they had tribes that were there to build with people. And it's like,
But
oh, okay,
again, but,
right there,
but
it's
again,
creating
but
division.
again, but again, Alex, I asked you, I stress this very much. How much history do you know personally? Not from, like, I love history. I love digging up the past. I
Pretty
love
much,
finding out,
pretty
I
much
love
up
finding
to
out
Viking.
where we were, but it's all indoctrinated bullshit.
Some of it, lots of it
I
is.
think all of it is. I think that they've been scripting our fucking path by lies and manipulation for thousands of fucking years, just like they try to hide everything from us.
You're
Oh
right on
yeah,
that. You're right on that part because only the winner keeps history. Like he keeps their victory, but they
that's
ain't
the
gonna
free
tell.
energy.
They're not gonna tell you what history doesn't tell you. It's how many
No.
people were lost to gain that victory. They're never
Well,
gonna talk
I
about that
understand.
or
I
how it was
understand
won.
that part, but like, what are the numbers really? Like, we know the numbers in World War II. We know well, we kind of know the numbers in World War One. But beyond that, it's like the numbers are just a game they play.
Yeah, the
Like just
numbers
like,
is
just
what
like
they
in
say.
2020, just like in 2020, everybody that died of a certain thing.
Oh yeah, no, you're
And
right.
then-
It's usually the victor that changes history for them, but there's many other country that that history won't affect. That's what I mean. History is different everywhere. That's why you need to get it from almost everywhere around the world, and then you get the perspective that okay, those guys might be lying
Yep.
because you're seeing a pattern that it's not exactly the same. And like you
Ow.
mentioned, it's
so,
changing every
yeah,
1,000 years or so. It's changing. Like in the last 2,000 years, yeah, we lost a lot of history that were there prior that we should have been having, and we don't have it anymore.
I just broke my glasses. Fucking Trudeau.
Fuck Trudeau. Or fuck
All
Carney
right.
now. But
I
fuck.
Carney is
still say fuck
he's a
Trudeau.
circus clown, man. Even the word
Fuck Harper
Carney.
too. Fuck Harper too. If we're gonna go down that path, fuck Jean Chrétien too,
Oh, fuck,
Fuck
the
and
Chrétien,
Mulroney.
Mulroney.
We
fuck
don't
fucking
know.
Paul Martin. I golfed with Paul Martin for fuck's sakes.
Fuck.
When I lived in Chicoutimi, man. Fuck all this, tabarnak.
Should have put LSD in his wine.
Should have fucking put the 9 iron up his ass.
All right, guys. Well,
He
we're
still
gonna cut
wouldn't drink.
this. It's been
I
2 hours.
love you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. This is beautiful.
Yep.
We had a lot of good chat.
Right? It was a 2 hour chat there tonight, so that's nice.
Love it.
Yeah.
Hoping that we see the lady eventually showing up.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll put the word out. Alex, get the word out that we're looking for a couple ladies to come on the show. Not like, prostitute shit or anything, but just want to get a feel.
Oh, don't break my bubble. I was going to bring a whole bunch of strippers. Come on.
I fucking know you, Alex.
All right, guys. You have a good night.
Good one.
Thanks
Love
for
you, bro.
stopping.
Love you.